Dean, I had accomplished something that I've never been able to do in my whole life the other day.
Anal.
No, I've done that many times. Many times.
Given or received?
Both. So, when I was a youth, I played Super Nintendo quite a bit. When I in my
Ooh,
youth.
did you beat an old game?
Almost. Well, not quite. But okay,
Oh.
so back then, I guess it was my dad's because I don't think it was purchased for me because I remember one of my first conscious memories was playing it and there was already a lot of games there and some of the games were like more like not kids games. And one of them that I played all the time, it was back in the day, Dean, before the password system, before save states. You kind of just played it until you were bored and then you turned it off. The next time you turned it on, you had to start back all over. And the game was Super Star Wars for the Super Nintendo. And that game is fucking ridiculously hard. And I could never get past, I think, the third level. You play as Luke. At least I think you might get more characters later. And finally, for the first time ever, I got inside the Sandcrawler. It was fucking incredible. Shout out to modern gaming where you can have save states, so you can just save it whenever. So, like, my problem was it's like a platforming game, but the platforming isn't very good. And I'm wondering, is there anything like that for you guys, like video game wise, that like after years you've gone back and revisited it and you've conquered that thing? Because I could never do it. And apparently, I didn't know this, there was two other games. There was an Empire game and then a Return of the Jedi. And so I downloaded all three of those on my DS. I want to beat the first one and then kind of continue. And I guess as they made more, they realized how shitty that was. So you actually get like a password system and then you can kind of save the game and it's not as brutal in the next two games. I never even got Luke's lightsaber in Super Star Wars.
Damn.
My cousin always was able to, but I could never get that far.
I don't want to openly admit what games I've been playing lately because Dean will just rag on me for not playing Elden Ring. But
The ship sailed, brother.
that shit
I
is
defend you all day in the chats, and you pay me with that.
I know, right? I hate to see it. I just had to call it out before you got to me. Zach, I had that experience with a Sega Genesis game recently. Actually, is it Sega Genesis? No, sorry, I'm lying. It is Super Nintendo. I've got the red cartridge Super
Carnage?
Nintendo game of Maximum Carnage.
That game is so difficult.
And,
it's ridiculous.
Dude, it doesn't save either. So like when you
doesn't.
restart the game, you go back to the beginning.
Yes.
And I remember beating that game as a younger person and then revisiting it, I got my ass kicked like within about 2 levels. Like it was wild. So, I don't know what I used to do differently, but it's a freaking hard game. Very, very cool. Very, very cool game though.
I tried to play that game and I was like, man, shit's not sweet up here, bro. I thought I was gonna be fucking thwipping around, dude. Got my shit kicked.
Yeah, I really, really love this old JRPG called Legend of Dragoon. And I had it as a kid, and I played the fuck out of it, but I never beat it. And then when the PlayStation Vita came out, which was years ago at this point, I bought it on my PlayStation Vita, and I finally beat it on my Vita. So
Vita means life.
I love the Vita. They just didn't fucking. Oh, are you being funny?
Yeah, it was before its time. One of the greatest systems ever.
Oh, you're actually serious? Yeah, I loved
Yeah.
it. I thought it was great. But it was like the PSP all over again. They just abandoned it, and it was like, what the hell? So I just used it. I would buy old PlayStation games on it and then have it. But
Yeah. What's up, L Walker? Said just to say hello to the panel. What a guy. Eddie, video games you've conquered, or Marco as well.
I haven't played a video game since a long time, and after Modern Warfare 2, I don't think I was conquering anything other than Team Deathmatch. So
Yeah.
I would play
And popsicles.
the campaign mode. Exactly. I would play campaign mode, but I think I stopped playing that in I forgot. I don't think I played the Black Ops 3 campaign, so yeah, it was all about conquering, search and destroy in Team Deathmatch. I was never really one of those. I would finish any story of a video game I played before that, but I never like. I wasn't a big like. I gotta unlock all these things. I gotta do.
I never got into
just
those, like the trophies. I would do like the bare
story.
minimum.
Yeah, and back in the day with like Sega Genesis and stuff like that, dude, I just played. I never wanted to get as far as I possibly could, except for maybe Pac-Man. Like I always wanted to get to the furthest level on Pac-Man, but I don't even know if I ever made it that far, really. You know?
Who's gonna tell him he was the kid that had the controller unplugged? He just thought he was playing.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
He was watching the demo mode. This is the game,
I
Zach,
was
by
like,
the
what does
way.
it mean press start? Don't try to mansplain me. I know what the fucking game is, Ben.
I
played
know.
the
I'm just
game.
letting you. I'm just showing you. Just showing you. I'm
I
showing
actually
everybody.
saw-
It's
I
a cool
saw
cartridge.
It, recently at a pawn store.
Ooh, you should have got it. It's a good game.
Well, the sticker was all fucked up, so I didn't want to get it.
I don't think anybody shops at pawn shops as much as you do. I think
Jesus.
you're bringing that back.
I do.
Well, you're a California guy. We buy guns here in Texas, so
Wow, that's
I buy
true.
many guns.
That is
Actually,
true.
I'm gonna buy my third Hellcat next month from a pawn
Wow.
store. Can't have enough
So-
of those kitty cats.
Whoa, you really can't. So games that you conquered that were really challenging, or just games that you conquered?
As a kid that you couldn't conquer, go back and conquer.
Oh,
As
I
an
see.
adult.
There's one that I still haven't been able to. It's Super Ghouls and Ghosts, and that was one of the first games I ever played on Super Nintendo. I don't know when my dad got me this game. He must not have known. So fucking hard. Went back as an adult and even had I think there were 6 of us trying to just get as far as we could. Nearly impossible. The game gives you like 2 or 3 hits before you're dead. So one of these days, but not today.
Not today.
Wow. Very good. Well, let's get this started, boys.
Are you an angel?
What?
An angel. I heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe.
Hello there. We are tonight's entertainment.
We would be honored if you would join us.
He's got a billion toys.
You brought in the adult collection. These are not dolls, Jim. These are commodities. Same as gold or oil.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now listening to the Collecting Weekly podcast.
This is the true form of lore gang right here. Very nice. YouTube.com/collectingweekly. Thank you very much. That's very cool. Big.
Hey guys, my name is Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Marco.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Eddie.
Welcome to this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. It's a weekly podcast where my friends and I talk about the things that matter the most to us this week in collecting.
That's right. And we want to thank everyone out there listening to us, whether it's live in the YouTube studio audience or wherever you're listening to us on the replay, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple, all the places. It's like so many places we don't even know. There's so many.
I don't
We
think
lost
anyone
track.
knows. All I
Yeah.
know is you tell your smart speaker to play CW and our voices come up. I don't know how. I genuinely don't know how it works. I upload it to one place and
It's everywhere.
I don't know. It's everywhere.
That
It
CW
is
takeover. We
everywhere.
got listeners all over the world, Zach. Some notable places.
Yeah. South Africa.
South Africa,
Portugal.
Shout out Portugal.
Australia, Portugal.
Shout out to Raygun.
Shout out to all the
it's a
pair.
shame.
Raygun was robbed.
Do we,
I think
does
we were
anybody in
robbed at time.
France listen to us?
There is. We, as they say.
Really?
Yeah. We.
Wow.
During the Olympics, we had a huge surge. Let's see.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah, of course. We have a great show planned for you guys tonight. I'll be honest, not a ton of news to talk about. But, Dean, every Tuesday, we talk about the new figures that we got.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this?
I was going,
Yes.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
It's new this week.
You set that up so weird.
That's what I do, baby.
Yeah,
Called the pick and roll.
Yeah, well, you picked and you rolled. I didn't.
It's enough rolls for both of us.
Yeah, I didn't get anything this week. How about you guys?
I got lucky at a Walmart, which is like never happens, but I was working out of town this week and I decided to check some Walmarts, and this was the last one. And to my surprise, I saw this new I think they're called Platinums, the Chase Edition McFarlane. One is the Batman from the Flash, the Batfleck where he's riding the motorcycle, and that one's the blue and gray version. The original release was black and gray. And then I found the Chase or Platinum Edition Morgan Freeman where he's in his suit.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, that one's really good, dude. The likeness on Morgan Freeman is really good. For McFarlane figures, like, it looks really good. And then I was looking around, didn't see any of the Batman Beyond, and I saw it. Someone either put it up on top of the aisle, or the stalker did. I don't know, but I wouldn't have found it if I didn't check around. And there was only one of those. I guess the Batman Beyond is the sought after figure. The other ones, there was like 10 of each. So, those were like easy to get, and I didn't care to have the Batman Beyond figure, but there was another collector there that was looking to pick it up, so I let him have it. But I kind of regret letting him have it, because as I was checking out, I saw him checking out at a spot like next to me, and he had like 5 of each of the other ones, and I was like, this motherfucker he's either buying for a shit ton of people or he's buying to sell them. I don't know, but I was kind of pissed
he's
that
selling
I let him
that
have
shit.
Yeah,
that's why you don't do nice things, bro. Hope you
I
learned your
know,
lesson.
man. I didn't. So anyway, I was happy to find him. I don't really care, dude. And I don't like buying that sought after figure to trade or stuff, because every time I do that, for some reason, once I buy it, nobody wants it. It's like, I got this here. No one has a trade. No one cares. So I'm like, whatever. So I just let it go. And then the other one, this is Wheeljack from Transformers Rise of the Beast. He's the Transformer that transforms into a Volkswagen van, and he was a cool character or whatever. The movie was okay. I mostly got it because I like Volkswagens, and I have a collection of Volkswagen vans, so I added that to that collection, and it's pretty cool. So I think that's my first Studio Series figure I ever bought, but it's pretty cool. It's annoying as hell to transform. So that was fun, but yeah, little pickups this week.
Very good.
Looks cool. I like that shelf in the background, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
I got.
Walmart.
Yeah, I got a. Was it Walmart? It might have been IKEA.
That was a joke. Never mind.
I just mean like the setup of the shelf, not the shelf itself.
Oh, idiot! I get it now. Walmart.
Hang
Funny.
on. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I got some of my like Legos on there, my Seinfeld Lego sets on there, and then I have some books on another shelf. But yeah.
Hell yeah,
Really
dude. That's
cool
awesome.
pickups. Give me 1 second. This is just not working for me.
Dean, did you ever go down the Lego
you.
Sonic route with your Sonic collecting, or are you off the Sonic
didn't.
now?
I never did. No, I'm not off Sonic, but yeah, I just prefer like the actual figures.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
There we go.
Lego are just also too expensive. It's like, god damn.
You also got a poster, Eddie.
Yeah,
looks like a poster.
I pre-ordered this a while ago from Sideshow. I should have looked up the artist who did it, because he's pretty well known, and I know that Cece's always told me about other prints that she has by him. But this is a Mask of Zorro print from the first movie, and they did 2 versions. One's like black and white, where just the flames in the Z in flames is red, which is pretty cool. But I kind of like the colored version more, and I think I pre-ordered that the end of last year, and it finally shipped. This was one of those things on Sideshow where they took my payment for it like 3 months ago and didn't ship it until this week. So
That's some
I
bullshit.
finally got it, but it's cool. Add to the collection. I didn't have a Zorro print yet, and this one's 24 by 36, which is what most of my prints are. I need to. Right now, it's in my portfolio, but I need to start hanging some of them up because the portfolio is filling up, and I definitely want to be able to look at them more. So yeah.
Do you So this is you just kind of flip through and look through them. I guess.
I only
enjoy them.
Yeah, I only ever really flip through it when I get a new one to add to the portfolio. That's why I kind of want to hang them up just so I can enjoy them more. It wasn't. I didn't really get it just so I could have a way to check them out. I wanted to be able to store them better than I was, because before I just had them all in the tubes, and if you keep them in the tubes, I hear over time it could damage them or whatever if they're rolled up, and so I wanted to store them a little better since I have so many of them, and they are pretty pricey, so I wanted to take care of them. But yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Shout
that's
out
cool.
to
I'd love to see
Darth
those.
Tamariz. He says DNR mics are quiet compared to everybody else. Reverse shout out to Badfish because his ass was in this chat this whole time and didn't tell me. So,
Jesus.
One like and we banned Badfish. I guess
He probably can't hear you over the crunching of his Doritos, though. So, in his defense.
Yeah.
Although,
Dean, I noticed you were really quiet on Will's there like a week or
I'm
two
like
ago, too.
fully torqued. I'm 100% on everything.
I think it's Zach's control.
I think it just
Fully
needs to
torqued
be
on your
at your
game?
mouth.
Yeah, on my actual interface and in StreamYard.
What about your PC sound settings? Anyways, I guess let us know if that's better, Darth. Let's see.
Let us know.
Eddie, unmute for 1 second.
How do
Yeah, Grease says everybody sounds good on his. I don't know.
I had you guys maxed in my car the other day and I couldn't hear
Bad.
you on the Tuesday show. I
Okay,
missed.
well, thanks for telling me now, Ben. I really
I
appreciate
saw
that feedback now. At this point in time, not when you noticed that.
There's other life things.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of paint to saw, right? Badfish says you sound okay to me. I feel like that felt personal. I'm sorry. That was, what? I'm gonna.
I don't sell
Ben,
the paint. I train the
I'm gonna.
teams to sell
First
the
off,
paint.
Ben, I apologize for earlier, and I apologize for now.
And then my cousin.
A man can only admit when he was wrong and ask forgiveness.
Okay, let's check in with the chat. A lot of comments here. Goddamn, a lot of comments. We got Toy Mafia Sam Gist. He says, "What's up, peeps? Out of town in a hotel for work, feeling homesick, so I need some CW in my life tonight. Thanks in advance." We have Darth Tamariz. Let me double check my inputs.
How's this?
It's very sensual.
That's 94% on my actual PC.
What was it before?
Like 88.
You
Okay,
kind of
that's
sound
good.
like Will Arnett. Has anybody ever told you that?
We'll talk about that later. We got Badfish, we got Six Guns Fig, Sith Scale Collector, Trevor Weed. What up, Trevor? We got Commander Greed, 12-inch Moose Stream. Wow, apparently Ben chimed in at 8:34. I can't even hear Zach. What a guy. I guess Eddie was giving some eye contact to the chat. Let's see. L. Walker.
Mostly
we're
do
gonna
his
shout out
popsicle, honestly.
How about
It's
that?
quite distracting.
That's
Oh, you sound
what'd
really
you do
loud,
there?
Martin.
I was on the wrong slider.
You fucking idiot.
Try
That was
to
the
gaslight all of us.
output, not the input.
What a fuck.
He's
Okay, so
extremely
what are you
loud
at now? Yeah, now you're too
93
loud.
93.
What was it before?
Like 75.
Bring it to 83.
This is 84.
Well, can we try 83? I'm just kidding. Let's see. We have,
That is okay. That is something you would
check your dots though, by the way. Make sure you're good on those. We have so fun fact. Let's bring you guys back down memory lane. I always complain how complex these shows have gotten because back in the day, we had one mic and we had one camera, and that was it. And the only way to change our audio in real time was I would do these hand signals to everybody, and like it worked. It was fantastic. And now we have all these dials, and there's 2 dials and inputs and outputs, and it's too much now. It's too much. Too much. Let's see here. We got Mario in the chat. What's up, Mario? Let's see here. JB. Oh, what was the joke, Mario? in the chat.
Vita's life is a meme, but Mario hasn't played a system since
go.
the regular Nintendo. So
Yeah, Mario
I thought
started out on
Pong,
Pong.
so,
yeah.
yeah.
There you go. CM Chuck, I tagged you on the Patreon chat. King Dingaling, Mario says, go play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the NES if you want something hard. The first game I ever beat was Turtles in Time on the SNES, and that's a fucking all-time banger. We got Abe Dunk TV. It says, congrats on 25K. Let's get to 30K. It's a tall task. Safeful says, shout out to all the pair. Jason Nelson in the chat. Charlie the Unicorn. And Equan. Skipping through. Six Guns Figs. Valkyrie Magnus. Bob Dylan. Darth says, I'm listening on headphones at work. Maybe it's an issue. It's also that Dean and I have a different style of mic, and they're very sensitive, so they I don't know, it's just one of those things. Sam just said Zach sounds like a veteran porn star talking about the days they would not do anal, the good old days. What can I say? What
Was
can
it good?
I
Was it?
say? Marco had a new this week.
yeah, so second Batmobile.
Wow.
Similar situation as last time. Was hoping to intercept it before Gigi saw it, so I could at least explain myself. But was on a work call. They left it on the door. She just looks out like, "What the hell did you get?" So,
Damn, bro.
They peer pressured me to crack it open a little bit on LWO last week. It's beautiful, honestly. I can't even imagine how much better the Jazz Ink is, because this one is terrific. So I've got a spot for it. Like I said, it'll fit in my Moji case that I've already got. Cannot wait to get it displayed with the Batman. Yeah, the paint job is really simple, but it is just like it's a beast, and it's just a really beautiful vehicle, and very, very happy to have it and not have to chase it on the secondary market. So yeah, very,
Fantastic.
very happy.
We also have Paul Schreiber in the chat. It says, sounds good here. What a guy. Paul always sounds good. He looks good too. And he smells good. He's a fucking all around good guy.
Paul's amazing.
Dean, I
smells
accomplished. Yeah,
Sorry.
well, I mean, he doesn't smell bad. We met him in person. He smelled like roses. I accomplished a 5 years long goal, bro.
I was gonna say you've been wanting this figure for a long time.
Well, I think this is the newer. I don't know if it's a reissue, but it's a Deadpool. Someone at like, I was on Stash Bin, Dean, and it was magical. Someone was like, Days of All Walmart has 4 Deadpools. I took one, so there's 3 left. Dude, I fucking zoomed out of there. I zoomed out of work. I was like, I got an emergency. Fucking came in there like a bandit, bro. And I own a Marvel Legends Deadpool now. And
That's
I'm so happy.
crazy. You'll leave work early for a figure, but not to meet up with me.
I did say I was going to leave work early. I said, let's go get lunch. That's me leaving work like a half day to go have lunch with you. And then you were like, well, what am I, an influencer? Yeah, you are, first off. Second off.
No, that's not what I said.
You have a very odd schedule, so I can't meet you between the hours of 2 a.m. and 7 a.m., which is when I'm sleeping when you're awake. So I don't know, man. That I have a normal sleep schedule. And
I just like,
you know?
it's crazy because you want me to accommodate your schedule, but you won't accommodate my schedule.
It's even crazier because I've been telling you about this for like 2-3 weeks already.
Right. And
So that's so crazy to
You're
me.
unwilling to. You see how that
Well,
works?
you gotta ask because I'm not allowed in your house, right? Which is so crazy. So you're allowed in my house, which
I
is
didn't
even
say
crazier.
You're not allowed in here.
Am I okay? So if I come to your house, are you gonna allow me inside?
No.
Okay then.
But you're not
suspicious at
allowed.
all.
Yeah, Dean said he holds up a chart, and if you're certain dark, he's like, nope.
What?
sorry."
You're
That's-
way too dark for that.
That's a
Yeah.
crazy thing to say.
That's a crazy chart too. I don't know. Anyways, I found a Deadpool. It was great. Also, it was a 3-minute drive from my work, so
Ooh.
me leaving work really wasn't that crazy. And timeout. While we're at it, fuck you.
Let me-
When I was there, what did I do? I sent a photo to Dean of the Sonic figure that I thought he didn't have, and
Yeah,
you
it
know,
was really
so you're welcome.
Did
So
he
is it
answer
Nook?
you before you left the store?
He did. I waited until he answered.
God damn.
Yeah, he waited
He waited until he
55
answered.
minutes, but I did answer. Zach, let me ask you this. though.
And no, timeout while we're at it. And I went on my way to get you the friggin' thing, the punchline. So thank you very much, sir.
Wait, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
It does, because I went out of my way to do something for you, to accommodate you. When I saw something, not only
I'm
did
talking
I
about scheduling.
No. Not only did I not only did I find it for you, I also stayed at the store for an extra 30 minutes and called all your. I practically sent you a wolf notification to fucking reach you. And I was calling and texting, and I was like, bro.
A pigeon. He sent a pigeon.
I was fucking sending smoke signals to Dean to fucking wake up at a normal time when people should be awake.
30 minutes of...
Everyone's
30 minutes.
different.
That's true. It's true. 30 minutes of Mike stuff, 30 minutes of mom and dad bickering. Show is off to a great start.
Hey.
Off to a great start, and about to get even better because we got... Oh, I didn't put my news this week. God damn it.
Wait, I was going to ask you a question about your Deadpool.
Go ahead.
Because I have the original one right here.
Okay.
But his guns don't come out of his holsters. Do your guns come out?
Dude, not only do they come out, they come with trigger fingers.
Yeah, this one has trigger fingers too. It came with separate guns, but they were different than... Like they weren't his Desert Eagles.
These are Desert Eagles.
They're like the looking ones, right?
Yeah, these are... The ones he came with were fucking stupid, but... Yeah,
I also think...
It's great.
I also think
it goes
the
great
one
with
Zach
my
has a different red paint job than yours. It's slightly darker, I think.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna do
my
that grand
Hot Toys
reveal
Deadpool,
again.
My 6-inch Deadpool right here.
We're gonna do that grand reveal again. Not only are we talking about this thing, but we're gonna talk about the Acolyte, baby. Shout out to Blue Dog Displays, baby, on Etsy. Shout out. He made these really cool metal plaques that I think they're beautiful, and I'm working on repainting this Man on the Moon base. A little bit of forest dirt color there, very cool. And yeah, very excited for this.
So is it your left or right hands?
That my custom outfit should be shipping in by August 15th is what I've been told. So very excited for that. And then I'm done. And then it's the grand reveal.
When you give yourself the strangers at the left or the right hand?
Always the left hand, of course.
Yeah.
The right hand is too familiar. Anyways, so there is that. Also, if anyone needs any 1/6 scale churros or shawarma, hit me up. Already hot ticket item on Zach's Wonderland. Oh shit, I dropped it. Bam.
That one will be discounted.
Look how durable it is, guys. Honestly.
Made of flex resin, baby.
Why is it a BBC shawarma?
Flex resin?
Yeah.
Serious black, that is.
And a churro. I have wanted to
like licorice.
I have wanted to do... Also, I got the Ben Thomas Ultra Girth Edition, if you want a girthy shawarma. Here we go. This one was too big for normal hands. But that one I'm sending straight to Ben.
What if it's like a... Have you ever been to Freebird's Burritos?
Maybe? I actually don't know.
It's kind of like Chipotle, but it's...
Did they play Leonard Skinner there?
But...
Do you get
I
to
wouldn't
equalize?
doubt it. There's like a motorcycle hanging from the ceiling. But anyway, they have like giant fucking burritos.
Y'all have Freebirds over there, huh? It started here in California.
Also available
I'll
for
never eat there again.
1/12.
Yeah, boycott it. Wow.
Look at that. He's got a little churro and a little... And this is, by the way, unrelated to any released or releasing figures. Completely unrelated. No coincidence whatsoever, by the way. So, their words, not mine. Dean, we have a situation. We have a situation. I call this ankle gate. Is what we're calling this.
Ankle gates, yeah.
And it happened to... First off, it happened to you, Dean, and it also happened to our good friend Moose, whereby their Deadpool ankles... Yeah, D23. Whereby the ankles on their Deadpool figures
God
snapped.
damn it.
Snapped, Dean. They absolutely snapped.
Yeah.
And...
Out of the box, like in transit.
Out of the rip, yeah. And I have heard of a third person that has had this issue. Apparently, this is not unknown to Hot Toys. Moose had shared with me a voice memo from D-Night. Let me get this straight. That from D-Night that his supplier said that Hot Toys is aware of the issue and they're working on a fix and to send out some replacement joints. So I don't know if that is going to delay the Sideshow batch. I do not know if that's going to be a full recall for the figure or, just affected customers that got bad ankle joints will be able to get a replacement. I know it's weird because Hot Toys has had a weird history with Deadpool. Their first figure had wrist gate, as we called it, way back when, where the gloves would tear up the suit. And so, yeah, if you have this figure, certainly I always advocate for opening up your boxes and inspecting your figures. But if you're someone that keeps it sealed, this is certainly something that I would be aware of and not let sit. So I don't know that there's been an official statement by Hot Toys, but word from a friend of a friend of a friend is that that's what's happening. So I would take that with a grain of salt. But at least, you know, it's not an issue that has just happened to one person. So, but anyways, what do you think about this?
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, especially because like with the Commander Cody or the Ahsoka that we saw with the arm problems, it was kind of like, okay, maybe you pushed the joint a little too far, or it's just not designed properly, so it's not as strong as it should be. But this is like, people are opening the box and it's already broken. Like, that's weird, especially for an ankle. It's like, that's such a weird thing to break, especially in transit. So I don't know. It's fucking definitely strange. I don't like it. Not one bit.
So this definitely isn't me on my high horse, but I continue to think the best course of action is to wait, is to not rush into trying to get a figure. Let the first batch come out, let them sort through issues. Now that doesn't always solve everything, because sometimes second batch is worse. So it's kind of the, luck of the draw, but you are normally getting better pricing when you wait. I don't know, just in this hobby, it feels like when you're patient, you're probably going to get the best outcome. Again, could be, exceptions to that rule, but it's tough because those folks that were really excited, that wanted to get this from overseas, now you're going to have a much harder time getting a replacement. I haven't followed up with Moose to see if they're making this issue right for him, but I sure hope that they are, because it's
they are.
It really takes the wind out of your sails, right? So that's good news, right? So he can have a replacement, he can make this right, but that's not always the case depending on where you're purchasing from overseas. So yeah, I continue to think it's better off for me personally just to wait, and hopefully these issues get sorted out when this figure finally does the full release here in the States.
I did talk to Moose, because Moose had asked me some advice about dealing with the seller, what I thought some of his options were for repair, or what I thought some of his options were for negotiating a refund, because it is not known territory for him, and happy to report that I was able to give him some advice, and the seller did issue him a full refund. So I don't know. It's my understanding he's sending the figure to someone in the United States who's going to repair it, and it's going to be sold as a repaired figure. But yeah, I'm glad that he was able to get it sorted. I don't really, obviously I don't like Dean Martin. Just kidding.
What the fuck?
As I was thinking about how I was going to say that, I was like, I'm not trying to cause drama. So let me be very clear. I love Dean. I just don't have a personal relationship with him, so I don't know what the status of his figure is. So that could have been bad.
Well,
but
let me ask you this, Zach.
Yeah,
that was really fun.
As I was saying it, I was like, I need to take a hard left on that one.
I'll gladly take that bullet for you.
I'm gonna be on. Will's gonna be making a video about me next Saturday.
Yeah, holy shit. Anyway, I don't own this figure.
Mm-hmm.
I only have the first one. Mm-hmm. But
I thought you sold it.
No, I just lied to you.
Okay, because it hurt my feelings when you lied to me like that.
Well, we'll talk.
Still holding out hope.
It's an angle peg. Like, that should be very easy to just swap in a new one.
So I don't think.
I'm not saying it's acceptable, but it's my figure's ruined. Let me just get rid of it. It's like, well, just pop in a new peg.
No.
It could be a different body that doesn't accept.
Yes.
So
I don't think the issue is solved by replacing. I don't think you could just buy like a $15 body and pull the peg out. It's from the pictures that Moose sent me, it does not look like a standard peg. Because a standard peg, if you think about it, is like basically two spheres and then the like the little cylinder between them. This one almost looks like it's like a big ball, almost like a figure arts joint, right? Where there's like two half circles is what it looks like to me. And then you have one part that goes into the shin and then one part that pegs into the foot. From what I've heard, allegedly there are sideshow pegs that work-ish in this. Don't know that I trust that. My suggestion to Moose was if he kept it, and if this happens to you, to drill it down flat, and then on both sides, and then insert, like if you have a metal hanger, cut a length of the metal wire, and then glue it at both ends. That's what I've done with a Predator Hot Toys before, which I believe had a similar peg to this. And that fix, honestly, was actually better than, I think, stock. What does yours look like, Dean?
It's like your typical 6-scale joint.
Okay, so that's
like that
might be the
cup and ball.
Yeah, the good old cup and ball, as they say. Clinton said these are like interbay ankle joints. Yeah, interbay, it's almost like an L, like ports into the foot and then ports into.
It's a terrible
the,
system
shin.
to try to replicate.
Yeah, and then it's, and I told Moose, I'm like, first off, I do agree. If it was an easy fix, right? You know, $15 body, seller sends you back $20. You know, pliers, boom, boom, good to go. But non-standard fitment stuff like this, it's just, you know, he was asking if I could 3D print it, and I'm like, dude, you'd be shocked at how much support or how much force is on an ankle joint. Like, even really good resin that I use would snap under that kind of pressure. So, it's a toughie. It's a toughie, but anyone else want to take a crack at this? If not, we'll move on.
I just think it sucks for the people who overpaid to get it early, just to then have a breakage. That would suck. And potentially not be as well supported as you would through other distributors.
Yeah, for sure. If this happened at a sideshow, at very minimum, you get your money back. You know, if they don't have the extra stock. So definitely check those out when you get them, because supposedly these are coming pretty soon. So we did get an update by Hot Toys for the Rocket and Cosmo. The Rocket is sporting a newly refined head sculpt, and the Cosmo has adjusted scale. This plus the Vader that we'll talk about here in a moment. It's becoming a trend that Hot Toys is refining these figures for the better, or at least they're claiming for the better, on these figures, and I love to see it. And I hope with all my heart that if they refine Black Suit Spider-Man, that they tag our boy Riley and our boy Nick's Collectibles. They got to. At this point, they got to.
It's gonna be so goddamn funny.
It's gonna be freaking hilarious.
That figure releases with no changes.
Oh,
because they're changing everything else.
And I will say, the Cosmo looks real bad.
It's not.
I don't like.
It's so soft.
The Rocket looks good, but I would say the painting and the sculpting on the Cosmo, not including the spacesuit, just the actual dog parts, which Hot Toys I don't think has a good history of dog sculpting. This almost looks to me like when you go to like Hobby Lobby, they have like the animal toy section, or like at the zoo, like the safari.
Yeah,
like
the science
maybe like a step
stores.
above. Yeah, like a step above that. And it could be the pictures, I guess, or like the lighting, but I don't know. It just looks real soft, and the paint looks real like.
It could have used a wash.
No depth. Yeah, exactly. There's no depth to the paint.
It did always look like this, though. Like, it looks like the prototype with maybe some refinements, but it always looked like this.
I just don't like it then, I guess. Maybe I didn't like it then. I don't like it now. Rocket looks fantastic, though.
Yeah, I
just
actually
like the Rockets.
Really love the face sculpt they did, because the first Rocket was, I mean, in hindsight, not the best. And then the second one was really good, but they only gave you the one sculpt. Or no, that one came with two sculpts. But then the Endgame Rocket only came with the yelling sculpt. And so when they showed this one off, it was like, oh, they're just going to do the same shit again. But then they come back with a completely new head sculpt with this little smirking face, super cute. It's got his attitude. I fell in love with this figure, and I really want to get it. So we'll see if he ends up in my collection, because Rocket's my favorite of the Guardians.
So it's interesting because there's a few things that I like about this, and then there's a few things that I wish that they could have done differently. And I mean, hopes and dreams, right? They obviously did it this way, but I do like the fact that they gave the team suit look for Rocket and Cosmo. I think that's pretty cool. It will, if they give us the Drax at the very least in the outfit, that's a pretty completed line at that point. Mantis doesn't have the team outfit yet either, so they're kind of missing still. But at least if you're wanting to try and go for the team look, you can do that with these characters. I don't necessarily love the new head sculpt, but I don't hate it either. I think I like the cheekiness of Rocket, so I like that they give him a bit of a cheekier look. I do think that's good, and I'm glad that they changed the scale with Cosmo, because she was definitely too big big in my for my recollection from the prototype. Having said all that, I wish we could have got a Kraglin with Cosmo, because I loved their story in Guardians 3, like their reoccurring joke of bad dog. I loved that little like comedic story. And then I would have really liked to see Rocket from his younger years with Teefs and Lila and the other characters, because that was one of the emotional like anchors of that film, was their relationship. So like, I would have liked to see them differently, and I think Sean Gunn's character Kraglin, not only has he been consistent through all the films, I think it's surprising he didn't get his own character, because he was a pretty main character by the third film. So it's too bad we never got him. But otherwise, this is a skip for me. I'm not going with the team outfits. I would rather go for the ragtag looking bunch of them in the past.
There we go. We also got a super chat here from 12-inch Moose Stream. I must thank the awesome Oxfather for helping me with the problem. I'm forever grateful. I did ship to a U.S. location. I'll have to live with the other 2 Deadpools I got from overseas. Those were acceptable. That's fucking fantastic news. Yeah, we were chatting quite a bit about it, so definitely glad that he got taken care of. And we got Jose G. Hernandez in the chat. Eddie, what do you think about this?
I think it's cool. I don't really have any problems with either of them. Like, Cosmo looks fine to me. I don't see the problems. If anything, I think Rocket's just as soft as Cosmo. I like the new expression on the face, but like, I don't see any differences there. The team suits are cool. I still think I prefer them in their own outfits, because even though they're a team, like, I don't know, they're still a ragtag team. So like, them separately still is fine with me. Plus, are we going to get all the characters? I'll only like the team suits if we get all the characters in the team suits. If they don't do all the characters, then it doesn't make sense to me. But I do have this one on pre-order. I don't know. I love Guardians. I might cancel it eventually, but I'm waiting to see if it's delayed at all at Sideshow. But I do have it on pre-order right now. I wanted Cosmo and I wanted Rocket for a group. But yeah, now I'm changing direction, so who knows? But I think it looks good. I'm not disappointed with it at all.
Yeah, the only bad thing I have to say about this set is that it's overpriced. I just continue to view these 2 as almost like accessories for other figures, and maybe that's not fair, because Rocket, they have put a lot of detail into Rocket. I like the new head sculpt. Cosmo doesn't look as bad as, Zach, as you felt like he looks. I think it looks perfectly fine. I mean, you said you don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't think my opinion reflects your opinion. It's fine. We can have differences of opinion. Yeah, so it's just an expensive set for 2 very tiny figures, but I think they would help fill out the Guardian shelf. I'm just devastated that we didn't get the Gamora from this film in any sense, right? I always wanted that sculpted Gamora, because I thought she had really cool characterization in this movie. And I would have loved to add that look to the shelf, but I guess it's not coming, unfortunately.
Marco, you had said something last week, I think it was on Will's show as well, that stuck with me, and it was the fact that you said like these make really great like accessories to other characters, or like the whole display. but on their own, it's not necessarily like a super exciting release to look forward to. And I definitely that absorbs with me, because when I've seen pictures of this rocket or even Cosmo with other characters, I definitely think they're brought to light like that much more. So yeah, I agree.
There you go, Ben. Thanks for saying that. Yeah, I think that these definitely are nice for the Guardian shelf. But yeah, once you get that box of just these guys in hand, it's like, it doesn't really move the needle, but it definitely rounds out the Guardians display.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Let's see. We have the Iron Man Mark 80. We talked about this being on OfferUp perhaps a bit early, and it's kind of funny to see the official leakage. Leak as ill. Let me rephrase that. That the leak has been confirmed, and we have photos of it. Now, this one didn't go up with any sort of queued system. This was up on Shop Disney. When I checked at lunch, it was still available. So, if that's something that you really want to purchase, I'm wondering if it's just not a popular armor, or, kind of like Mark always says, like when you have time to think about it and you're not really forced into an order, if, other exclusives went up for sale like this, that they would sell out a little less quickly. Because I know the D23 Avenger Campus Spider-Man, that one, from what I recall, went really fast, right, Marco?
And you could only get that one at the convention, so that's.
But it went like quick though, right?
I think so. I think it sold out before the con was even over.
Yeah, exactly. And this one, obviously, it survived being there at the physical convention, and then made it to the website as well. This armor has actually grown on me quite a bit. I was watching Justin's review today, and I think it's an interesting armor. Definitely cool to learn a little bit about the differences between this and the 85, as well as I think last week Mario had told us that this is what they have as the sort of actor suit that they wear, which doesn't look as good as this, but it is a thing. This one does come with the blueprint map, the tactical little spider bot, which I think is kind of silly, and the shawarma, which again, unrelated, but if you just want the shawarma, there's a certain Wonderland type company that does sell this similar but not the same shawarma for 1/6 scale.
But you will actually receive it, at least.
Correct. And don't forget the tip, as I say, Ben.
Don't forget.
Yeah, it's not for me. It's not for me, but there are people that really like this, and I'm really glad that at least it seems the people who want it are able to get it, and it's not a big headache with a queue, or having to miss work or do whatever to get a figure. I think it's real neat. So Mario says the price wasn't attractive to the Disney fans, that the D23 and Hot Toy collectors may be burned out on Iron Man. But yeah, I like it. I think the shawarma thing is, I don't go to Disney, so do they serve shawarma at the Avengers Campus?
Yeah, you can get it at one of the food carts there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The churro made a lot of sense to me, because I always see people with the churros. I've never seen a photo of people with shawarma.
Churros like Disney wide, like a staple
good
for a long time. Yeah, you've tried it before, Eddie?
Yeah.
Okay, I have yet to try it.
The churro is overhyped at Disneyland. It's a churro, but it's at least a good churro. Like the shawarma it's not good shawarma, so I think that's why nobody really cares. It's more of a funny joke from Avengers. I think that's the sell there.
There we go.
Yeah, I just don't I feel like I've heard more of that food in the past 5 years than I've heard of it.
Yeah, the churro
the previous 26.
It's a very
the churro
delicious treat from Marco's people.
Phenomenon.
Wow, Jesus Christ.
Marco's
Ben loves to eat my shawarma.
Wow. Ben's got big shawarma.
Ben likes shawarma. I think that's
Ben
proven.
loves shawarma.
I do like shawarma, but I can't eat it if it's in the wrap because I'm gluten free, so I have to get it in a salad bowl instead. It's way less cool. You don't make friends with
raw
salad.
dogs
No tortilla?
to shawarma.
Tortillas?
He tosses it.
No
Wow.
pita for me.
Oh my God. Anyway,
I do actually toss it though. That's the funny part.
That's so
the
funny.
churro was its own kind of phenomenon before the movies. Like
It's like Chipotle.
that was like the thing. It's like, oh, Disneyland has amazing churros, and like people would post on TikTok of like going to get churros, you know, outside of Spider-Man. But the shawarma thing is almost exclusively like tied to the movie in terms of, you know, Disneyland. So it's not like, I don't know. To me, it doesn't have the same impact, especially because the shawarma thing was the Mark 7. So
Okay, I was going to ask that too, because I'm like, did I miss something?
suits before?
Yeah.
Or
True.
70-something
100%.
suits before this, so yeah, it's
I totally missed that.
but like, is it a cool suit? No. Can I see why people like it? Sure. But like, I'm with Zach, it's not for me. It's just, you never see it on screen. So like, I think it was it on Ben or a Marco show? I was like, it's not the Iron Man Mark. What is this? 80? It's just the Iron Man and the guy's name is Mark. It's not Tony Stark in the suit. It's some guy that works at Disneyland. So to me,
Mark L
it's
triple
just-
X.
Yeah.
Mark L Adult Edition.
Yeah.
Is it Vin Diesel in the suit?
Wow. That's actually pretty good. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Thank you. Thank you.
First of all, Dean's
Is
the
it
second
Ice
person to
Cube?
call me.
What did I call you?
No, you're the second person to call me Ben in the matter of a few days, so you do hate to see it. But I do want this though. Like I do want this. It's so
Why?
dumb. Like it's such a repaint. Okay, so I
need
do
Marco's
enjoy.
budget, bro.
Well, that's the thing. It's not in the budget, and that's why I haven't added it to the collection because it's expensive. There's so much shit dropping right now. Like I just can't justify adding it. It would feel like one of those that's like, all right, you're being extra irresponsible, says the guy who is getting all the jokers. But I do want it though. Like I think it's a cool design. I like Avengers Campus. The Spider Bot is a cool addition. So it's from one of the rides, which is a Spider-Man themed ride. So the shawarma is a nice addition. Obviously, it's not a memorable treat there at Disneyland, but it'd be kind of cool to have him holding it, and then you plop on one of your other Tony Stark head sculpts, and it could look awesome. So, have I ruled it out completely? No, but it's a dumb repaint, and they're trying to get me on the exclusivity hype. But all that being said, I'm falling into the trap just a little bit. But Eddie, talk me out of it.
Do you feel warmed up to it because you've been to Disney and like had experience with Disney as well as the hype, or do you think it's more the hype that's just grabbing you?
No, it's the Disney connection for sure, because I do like Avengers Campus. It's definitely, Avengers Campus is lacking, but I think it'll get better throughout the years. But I've had some good times there, so it's definitely the connection to that. And it's just like an interesting repaint of the suit.
Fair enough. You can read this.
Bob Dylan says, question for Ben. You get to spend the night with Sydney Sweeney, but she's wearing edible underwear made from a flour tortilla. What do you do?
I'll shit for days, boys. I'll shit for days.
Wow.
That's the way she goes. You asked, I overshare.
Dude, I'd walk a mile just to smell her fart. Are you kidding me?
That is also shawarma.
Ain't no problem. What a super chat.
You're funny, buddy. Thanks for the $5. That goes to Zach.
He also bought some churros today and shawarma. So I think I've said shawarma more today than I have ever in my entire life combined, which isn't saying much, but it's a fact.
It's a fun word to
racism
say.
is a hard thing to break. So
Holy shit!
Look at how many people have ordered shawarma, Dean. Look at this. Let me show you. Look how much.
well, you
shawarma I
actually
got.
have a bunch of orders. That's good to hear.
Yeah, look at. Hang on, let me see. How can I show this? How can I hold all these pairs? Look at all these right there.
Wow, a couple.
Damn.
Did you just moan?
At first, I thought you were putting the churros in the shawarma, so I was really confused because I thought the churro was like shawarma mixture, and I'm like, it looks like a hot dog, not a shawarma.
And
at
then look at all these churros.
Choritos.
Hot ticket
Love to
item.
see it.
Limited edition though, so get them while they're hot. Charlie the the shawarma is $9, and the churro, I think it's $5, $6, something like that. And then shipping is $8. You can order as many as you want. So they're very reasonable, but they're not painted, so you have to figure that out. I can't be bothered right now for that. I painted 2 last night, and it took me like 3 hours, so the price I would have to charge would be ridiculous. Let's see here. We have another refinement, Dean. Another refinement. This time, I think, genuinely for the better. Hot Toys Return of the Jedi, Darth Vader. These are the blogger photos here. And the refinement design update. I will be honest. It's been a while. I think the last time I really looked at Darth Vader stuff was... rest in peace, but it was on the reissue. And look at Ben, he's so happy over that. I don't know what he's smiling at, but I love it. And
I'm reading all Bob Dylan's comments. They're hilarious tonight. He's unhinged.
What did he say? What are you laughing?
Big black churros make me hungry.
I got the Ben Thomas edition too. I think this is pretty fucking good. Like, again, I've lost the touch, I think. Too much pants prints and looking at too many photos of the stranger, but I think this is pretty fucking good. Now, I want to say if memory serves me correct, this part isn't supposed to be as tall from what I've seen. It's been a while, so I'm just talking out my ass here. But I think that's more to hold the dome in place, and I don't fault them for that. But boy, this looks good. I've always said that I think their quarter scale portrait is perfect. So if this is just that, perfect. If it's changed, I really don't know how they can make it better, but I'm almost certain they wouldn't make it worse. Yeah, this looks really good, honestly.
That was cursed.
The only thing
hurt me.
that I don't understand, I don't know if this is just a blogger photo or what, but this lightsaber has this like glitter effect, it looks like, and I don't know what that is.
It looks like my popsicle.
Sideshow did that, and
it looks like an Astro Pop. Is that what you said?
No, it looks like, you know those Mexican popsicles, Marco, the red and yellow ones with they're like cherry, pineapple, mango flavor.
Okay, yeah.
That's the popsicles that I was eating earlier.
Limited edition.
He was throating one when the show started.
I got a popsicle for you, Eddie, when you come down here.
So Zach,
Sweet
what about
and
the
sour.
helmet is so good though? Like I couldn't tell the difference.
It's just good. So what I think that their problem was, now I don't know how this helmet works, so I could be wrong, but when they made their Empire Strikes Back Vader, the inner like sculpt was it was like the dimension of a face, and it was flat on the front. It actually looked pretty silly, but on the back it had the scarred head. And I think because of that fact, and then obviously incorporating the dome and not making everything look out of proportion, it made this part here too tall. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of it. ESB Hot Toys Vader, and it basically like if you know like Microsoft Paint, you can like take an object and like stretch it whatever way. By the way, it's really hard to do on modern devices. I needed to do it, and it was so difficult to do on a modern device. But I don't want to pull up someone's video. But if you look at, let me see here. If you look at, I guess we'll do Reddit again today. Like this photo here, it's just too tall. Like it's like they took the mask and stretched it vertically to
his
fit
eyes
that
look
fake.
surprised.
Yeah, I just didn't like this portrait, and I think Ben had mentioned as well once he got it in hand, the same thing. But this looks very proportional to me. Mm-hmm. And
I just stick mine down with some blue tack just to get it to like sit close enough to the skull, because even with the compression fit, it would ride slightly. It looked like it was coming off.
Yeah, I've never been a huge fan. This is actually a really good picture here. I've never been a huge fan of their the sculpts that they have based on this version. It's just too tall here. Because this, like I said, it actually goes like all the way to the front almost. It's just it actually looks really silly, and when I took mine off, I Sharpied a little smiley face on it. Because, you put this back on and you never take it off. But, yeah, it's, this is a huge improvement. And like I said, I think their quarter scale Vader is perfect. So, as long as it's close to that, I think we're going to be very happy about this. And I know a lot of people that were on the fence that were like, you know, definitely swayed by this. So again, we're getting refinements. I love to see it.
Yeah.
Also, we got a super chat here. Question for Bob Dylan: what in the actual hell? Oh God, Jesus Christ. Dean, what do we think here?
Yeah, the fact that they are doing all these improvements behind the scenes is I feel like a net positive. It at least feels like they're listening to people without engaging with them, which is probably for the better because people can engage quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
And Hot Toys has been notoriously what do you call it? Like, it almost just feels like they never listen. So
Non-committal.
Yeah. Not that they haven't done improvements in the past. It's just so few and far between that it felt like they kind of just did it whenever they felt like it. But now that's what, 3 in a row, back to back almost, right?
Mantis Rocket in this one.
Vader, the Rocket, and then who was Mantis right before that. So it's kind of like, oh shit, like, although to be honest, I don't remember a lot of people complaining about Mantis, and then all of a sudden they improved her.
So I was shocked they didn't. She actually did look pretty good from the OG.
Or the Rocket. Same thing. No one really asked for that update. But there is an 89 Batman sprinkled in there that people are not happy about. So
you're not wrong. Yeah, they're definitely not wrong. But yeah, as far as this Vader goes, I think it looks fantastic. I really like it. I love the last Vader that we were shown for pre-order was the battle damage one, and I was disappointed it didn't have a Sebastian Shaw head sculpt. So obviously this one should be a Sebastian Shaw, so it's not a surprise to see it. But that's kind of like, as much as I like Hayden Christensen, this is kind of my Vader. So
of course.
Yeah, I think this looks fantastic. Even got the cut off hand. The lightning sculpt is I feel like they could have done a little bit better on that. Do you have a picture of that, Zach?
I didn't grab one, but I can. It looks really shitty. To be fair, it looked shitty from the beginning.
Yeah, for sure. I just thought like they would at least, because the whole point of that, well, not the whole point, but like the thing about that scene is like you could see his skull inside, right, with the effect of the movie.
Yeah,
and
you don't really see
that's
it.
what I liked about the Black Series version, which was a Walgreens exclusive, is the skull was in the sculpt, and you could see through the clear plastic. So the fact that this is just, I don't know, it doesn't have anything in there, so just kind of like, I guess, like, it just seemed kind of lame. It's like a missed opportunity, but that's a super nitpicky kind of thing, because everything else looks so fantastic. I really like this.
So I was really happy to see that there wasn't much, from what I could tell, as of a downgrade for the Sebastian Shaw head sculpt itself from proto to final, especially with some of that loss likeness in the Michael Keaton, like you mentioned, Marco. Like, I was a little bit worried because I was heavily anticipating getting this figure. This one's on the way for me, so this is obviously a get it. I'm waiting for the shipping. But I've been between this one and my Empire Strikes Back one for as long as I've had this ordered, because like Empire is still my favorite Star Wars film, and like Darth Vader in that film is like, he's the bad guy that wins, right? Like it's awesome. And you know, I understand some of the criticism of the Hot Toys figure with the riding up's helmet and stuff, but I was able to get my way around that. And to be honest, it's still one of the figures that I look at most in my collection. It's still absolutely stunning. So I don't feel like people, like, if Return of the Jedi isn't like your favorite of the films, or you're getting to the point where you're overwhelmed with Vaders, but you're like, but this one's still really good. One of the reasons that I'm kind of in between is that I don't even know if I'll ever like actually display this with the Sebastian Shaw head sculpt. As beautiful of a sculpt as it is, that moment for Vader is not his best moment, in my opinion. Like, it shows the evolution of his journey, but I still think I like him more, in the earlier films and kind of when he's at his max peak level, not laying on the floor, a sad, old, regretful man at that point. And so I'll never really display that way, I don't think. It's just really cool to have that character and actor likeness in the display. So the other thing is, like, doesn't he, like, he can't really survive that long without his helmet on, right? I think that's part of the reason he dies so quickly at the end. So that's also a little confusing for me with some of the ways that the blogger photos have had this guy actually displayed. And unless you're going to lay him on the floor with your Luke Skywalker, scene accurate, I don't know. I'm even though I've got this coming and I'm excited for it, I don't think I need. Well, I'm going to now have 3 Vaders because I went in on that battle damaged one too, that like heavily battle damaged one.
Oh, look at you.
So I'm thinking I'm going to keep the heavily battle damaged one and either the Empire Strikes Back or the Return of the Jedi one. So you guys let me know in the chat when you think I should keep of the 2 that are on the fence. The Empire Strikes Back, get rid of that one, or move this new one on once I receive it. Let me know.
Yeah,
I
this
think
is cool.
you're crazy to. Sorry, go ahead, Eddie.
I don't even want to do it anymore.
What the hell? How dare you?
It's cool. I can't tell the differences at all. I thought it was good before. I think it's cool now. I like the light up effect. I get Dean's points, and yeah, you can go now, Marco.
It's cool for them to make little refinements like the helmet, right, on this version, because it's almost like they're making that case for you to keep buying these multiple versions of Vader, because they are kind of standing alone in their own way. Now, if you ask a casual, like say Gigi, she'll probably say, you pick the one Vader and you're good. But I don't know. I think that each one, like the battle damage one's so tempting. Again, I haven't found room in the budget for that one yet, but I'd love to add it. But, having the Kenobi Vader, having this Return of the Jedi Vader, I think that, the two they could stand together in your collection because there are a lot of unique aspects. This one has a really incredible base as well. So, yeah, I think that they continue to roll on this character and they're making you want every version. And I think that that's both scary but awesome, because they could have mailed it in. These could all be kind of copy paste, and they're really not.
They're not. Yeah, especially seeing like comparisons of all of the different Vader outfits. As a more of a Vader casual, I didn't realize how much variance there actually is between. It's pretty cool to see all the different interpretations of them.
Yeah. I think it's interesting that there is room for refinement, especially for like the modern Vader stuff. Like A New Hope, the original prop for the film, I don't think that they know what happened to it. There's like rumors that it was stolen, rumors that it was thrown away. Star Wars at that time, they didn't really think it was going to be like this cult huge success. With the Empire and Return of the Jedi, it's my understanding those original props exist. So I don't know what Hot Toys does or doesn't have access to, but it's kind of weird that like things that exist in the world that, in today's day and age with digital scanning, like especially on the new stuff, like the Kenobi film, where those are probably already files that Disney has.
Started off in the computer.
Yeah, exactly. It blows my mind that it's not perfect. Like a sculpt, yeah, sure, okay, an artist has a certain skill, and Mark Hamill's face changes throughout the films. Like I can understand that not being something that's easy to capture, but hard objects like this, it's crazy to me that there's still room for improvement. This I think is pretty close to perfect, but I just know with Hot Toys, like there's going to be some next Vader, and they're going to show this portrait next to the new one with the new and improved. So, yeah, it's interesting. And Charlie says that the Kenobi, or the Vader helmet rather, has a bit of color on it, not actually black in color in person. That's correct. And then I believe all the Vaders, except for maybe,
I shared a screen if you want to see it. If you're interested, it's just like cool outfit.
Yeah, I all of the original trilogy for sure have the Harlequin pattern where certain panels are like a gunmetal, certain panels are black, and that's just to help the camera pick up those differences in the sculpts. Yeah. I think the only one I know for sure, the only one that's perfectly symmetrical is the Revenge of the Sith at the end. Episode 3, yeah. And I want to say that may be the only one that's supposed to be all black. Don't quote me on that, but I know for sure, like, even if you look at this one, the vent on the mouth is like, it's not a perfect triangle, it's just a little bit off, but this is all intentional. And the A New Hope one, the archival footage and photos that they have of that costume, I think is rough.
It's all
like,
jank, yeah.
It's fucking, and like the stormtrooper armors, like there's like fingerprints and like shit's just duct taped on, but you know, on screen you don't see that, but when you really get down to it, like the A New Hope was a hand sculpted prop, and definitely shows. And yes, the red lens for the, I don't think, it's my understanding, because I got real into this a few years ago, I don't think the Empire and the Return of the Jedi are supposed to have red lenses, or if they do, they're not as red as the A New Hope. The A New Hope is like almost like amber. It's really red when you look at it. And in fact, Ben, can you bring that photo back up? Maybe the lenses show. It's like a tiny little square on my screen, but I want to.
Yeah, they kind of harken back to that with the Rogue One Vader.
Yeah, you can see the Rogue One has that red in it, and the Rebels one as well. Yeah, in Episode 4, there's actually a scene when he's in his TIE Fighter where you can see David Prowse's eyes through the mask lens, which is really cool.
I'm also a little bit shocked we haven't got an Emperor yet, especially since this new one comes with the
new Emperor, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean, like a new version, or a 2.0. Because I mean, who else is going to electrocute him otherwise in order to give him that look? Like, you need that to complete the display.
Binks, bro.
The Jar Jar Binks.
The Stranger, bro.
The Stranger.
You're right, Ben. You're not wrong. And then, you know, that lends to do you get the throne again? Are you going to re-release the Royal Guard? I mean, who was it? Was it Marco last week that said that amazing quote where you're like, you know, in a fucking year with writer's strikes, like they're still finding out ways to put out bangers. Like they're firing on all cylinders right
That's
now.
what I was about to say when you brought up, oh, are they going to show us the next Vader? And in my head, I was like, well, they've done all the Vaders. But then I'm like, well, fuck, they just did a Kenobi Vader and then pulled out another battle damage Vader that
out of nowhere, bro.
Out of fucking nowhere, that it's like, what's next? Are they going to do an all white Vader, an all pink Vader?
Which very well may be possible, because I believe there's a comic, but I think there was a Lego set recently that had the all white Vader.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, at this point, especially with things like Revan and
A New Hope 2.0,
Star Killer, those or the Luke from the book series, like anything's possible now.
You could dig deep, because you have the all white.
They
Vader.
could do a Rebels Vader.
You could do a Rebels cartoon style Vader. You can do A New Hope 2.0 Vader, because I think their first one was really bad, and then they kind of did the 2.0 with the Tarkin 2-pack. You could do.
You know what they're gonna do?
Episode 3 Vader. Go ahead, Marco.
Sorry, I know you're listing Vaders, but they're totally gonna make a Thrawn that is accurate to either the comics or from the book source material, the covers, and then the one that's coming out is automatically going to be the poor cousin. Like, I just thought about that. Damn it. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want this one anymore. Shit.
I don't know if it would, though, because I could see somebody like Sideshow doing that one, and the Sideshow characters haven't been as good as people
Actually, their Vader is really good. They made like the one that Dean has, the deluxe, and then they made a really bad like a 2.0, and then like out of nowhere they did like a 2.5, and the mask on that one is crazy good. I saw it at Stevens and I was blown away. I was like, what is this? Because I wasn't aware that they had redone it, and he had it on display, and he's like, oh, this is the box for it. And I was like, holy shit, this is a Sideshow? It's crazy good.
But like, Marco, to your point, like I thought that was going to happen with Cad Bane, right? When the animated kind of version of Cad Bane came out, that's what people wanted to see in The Mandalorian, or Book of Boba Fett, sorry. That's what they wanted to see, and then he looked a lot more like kind of life real. But there was a market for both. Looking like the Four Cousin, maybe, but there's definitely a market for both looks.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, like I was saying, like at this point, what we've seen just this year alone Now anything's on the table.
Yeah.
They could do books, they could do animated shows. You know, obviously in their style, right? When they did Clone Wars, it's still realistic. But I mean, shit, it's all fair game now, so it's exciting.
Hell yeah. Anyone else have a take on this?
No, I'm just excited to get it. Excited to see what it looks like,
There we go.
and excited to compare it to the SB one. Maybe maybe I will like it significantly more once it's in hand. It'll be interesting to see.
When you have figures like that, Ben, like when you sell them, do you just use like Facebook Marketplace, or how do you like move things on?
Yeah, usually Facebook Marketplace. It's pretty good here in Calgary because Hot Toys don't get sold easily here, right? We have to usually get them from the States. So when you find them at local comic shops, they're way more expensive than if you get them from Sideshow. So it's better to have the Facebook groups here, and people are pretty good on them. Honestly, they buy them up pretty quick. So although I have seen some pretty wild deals lately on like Marvel figures, especially like Guardians of the Galaxy 1, Peter the other day I saw for $190 Canadian. So what's that, like $125 US? Like,
Do you
that's
just call
wild.
Star-Lord Peter?
Peter Quill, yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
I couldn't remember what his.
I want the
what
Guardians
lord he
of the
was.
Galaxy fucking Milano new Lego set so bad. Those fucking bastards, bro. It's like $200.
Lego is too
Never gonna get a
expensive for my blood
PlayStation
nowadays.
Portal at this rate. It's terrible. Let's see. Let's move on here. We have, I guess, a J&D Joker update.
That pinche payaso, dude. Fucking sick of it, bro.
Dude.
Eddie got it. Eddie got it.
I know that's the nasty word that you were saying earlier in the show sheet
It
chat.
it just means clown, but it sounds ugly.
It does sound ugly.
Because he is a clown. He's a Joker clown.
He really is.
I will be honest. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, Dean. I'm sick of it.
At least the sculpt is different, but he's just grinning. It's like, where's the fucking like madman laughing fucking creepy sculpt? Like, all these sculpts are so vanilla that it's like, if you're gonna fucking keep shoving this fucking character in our face, do something different, please, for the love of God. Fuck. I'm so
Tell us
sick
how
of
you
this.
really feel.
We can move on if we're ready. Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, I want to share something. I want to talk about it quick.
Ben's got $1,500
1 second.
invested in this. Go ahead, Ben.
I do have $1,500 invested in
Yeah, I'm
this.
done clowning around. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so Marco had made a really good point to me a couple weeks back when he said, if you're going to put this much money into J&D, have you ever considered custom? And at that point, I was like, no, I have not considered custom. I'm going to look around. And then I saw this sculpt pop up on Instagram. Now, unfortunately, it is long sold out at this point. You cannot get this sculpt. But this is what I want from a Heath Ledger
Careful
Joker.
scrolling, bro. I don't want to see your penis.
I don't think there's any in here. Maybe hard to say. Probably not.
Keep scrolling.
Maybe Katera though. You never know.
Scrolling, please.
This is the Joker face that I want though. And if I have to go custom route, I think to me, like the 2,000 plus Canadian dollars I'm gonna have to spend to get that J&D in hand. If it doesn't give me this vibe, I don't feel as excited for it, and then it feels like that much more of a waste of money. Like I just don't think I can necessarily justify it, at least from the pictures that you're showing here. Zach, can you pull that one back up again?
I think the only thing I don't like about that portrait, Manny said it's fine, and he knows more about the Joker than I do, but his eyes are too closed. And it looks like my eyes. Just a little.
He looks odd. Now, Joker often looks out kind of the corner of his eyes. So just like I would with my inner Joker, like I'd have him kind of tilted forward, looking out, like being cheeky. And I think it would bring it in more. But even still, I don't know. I think maybe custom route's the way that I got to go eventually.
It's my Joker. That's the only
creepy
Joker I
ass
fuck
picture.
Nice.
Super creepy. But I haven't canceled the order
How
yet
dare
because I am in with Kid on that, and it's like at least a $200 cancellation if I decide to do it, which is
Got to see it through.
That's a tough nut.
That's a tough
And
one,
honestly, I
bro.
still think I would love it in hand. I just think that there are still others out there that exist in the world, if you're willing to pay the big bucks, that you can really dial those characters in. And that really goes for any character, I think, honestly. I've seen some amazing customs of different people over the time doing this. So
I know a guy
maybe
making
we'll
a
go that
great
route.
stranger
Bob
custom.
Dylan, he's the king of customs. I should be hitting him up more
I'll
often.
talk about it a lot, but
You got it, Ben. He will, because
Ben-
the custom just sounds so scary, right? Because obviously you got to have the sculptor and then the rooter and the painter, and that sounds like just so foreign. But I think if you had someone like a Bob Dylan to kind of walk you through the process, to tell you, these people are reputable. Here's what you got to do. Then it becomes a lot less scary, and that's the beauty of being in these groups and being plugged in. Because if you're just Joe Schmo from the outside, you got no idea how to start. But in this community, people are really generous and really willing to help out. Sorry, Zach, you were saying?
You're mute.
I don't remember what I was gonna say. TBH. That's okay. It was not worth to say. What were we talking about? And I'll see if I can figure it out.
Joker.
Customs,
$200
J&D Joker.
Cancellation. Getting customs.
Sydney
Swear to God, have
Sweeney.
you been eating toast today?
It was
Bob?
probably a lie.
It wasn't a lie. How dare you?
Let's say, never mind.
I don't know. I'm just so done. We have the Topo BVS Batman head. There's an A version, which I guess would be for the Nightmare, probably.
Yeah.
And the B version, I don't know how he has more stubble on the B version than the Nightmare version, but fuck all I know.
Sounds like you're saying
Lighting.
different.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I will be honest. Which Batman figure is this based on? Because I don't remember any of them having the bullet holes in the.
Yeah, the BVS has those, but this is obviously touched up with paint and beefed up as well. So this is a custom body and custom job
is it?
on the body as well.
Yeah, it looks like it. I don't know. I mean, is there like people still updating the Batman version, like that figure? It's an old figure, and we have the new one coming out.
I was going to
the
say, Hot Toys
BBL,
gave us
dude?
that 2.0.
Jesus Christ!
The
You gotta get
BBL
your
Batman?
shawarma, bro.
It's not
Smuggling
BBS
grapes,
Batman. It's
It's
BBL
the
Batman.
BBL Batman.
I think people still like the original more even than the updated one, because the updated
Really?
one looks a little pudgy with the new muscle that they did.
Yeah.
And this one still, with some customization, looks really, really good. Like this right here, to me, looks way better than the new Hot Toys one. So, yeah.
I just don't like the. There's something about the expression.
That was his
Like, this
expression,
is-
though.
Yeah, I mean, this is like when
Dead.
you see him with J-Lo out.
Wow.
He's fucking
Yeah,
dead inside.
That smoking, when he's smoking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. Give him a cigar, bro.
Yeah.
Man, it's tired. Yeah.
He had to carry this. He had to carry this franchise. That's
You know,
Right.
It's like when he's sitting in the chair when it plays that song, "Hello, darkness, my old
Oh yeah, yeah. They're interviewing him.
yeah, he's
That's
just like,
exactly the face.
no thought behind his eyes, just like let me. I'm
It's like, I don't
done.
want to fucking be here, bro. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, the likeness is okay. What does something like this go for? I guess that's
It's
the
like
question. Right?
70,
There's no
80
prices
bucks.
That's
Yeah,
not
it's on Kid
terrible.
already. Let's see. I actually have it up right now because this is something that I am considering. Yes, I'm getting the new.
$80, bro.
But
I
again,
mean,
we're
that's
talking
about
about
what head
customs.
sculpts go for.
Yeah, because people have done customs that obviously the customs gonna look way better, but they look close to at least these prototype images.
Yeah, and it's already painted.
Yeah, for under $100, like that seems like a pretty nice upgrade.
Yeah, if you
for
go
your
on
BBS.
like Toy Anxiety and
BBL.
get a head sculpt when they first pop out a figure, they're about $80. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not
Well, they're
bad.
paying
'Cause-
fucking Ben Affleck some of that money. That's why it's $80.
Right. Oh, I was gonna say. I mean, I've gotten custom sculpts for, I don't know, 30 or 40. So there are definitely better options, but
Yeah.
it just depends on the character, I guess.
Yep. Anyone
Yeah,
else?
they look like bullet holes, Ash Chase. They do. Yes, sir.
There we go.
This is a get it or don't for you, Zach?
No,
this
this
don't
is
get?
I've owned this figure. I know the joke is I don't buy figures, but I have bought many figures, and I've bought this figure 3 times, and it's just not. Look, I think it's a good figure. Don't get me wrong, but it's really not. Like, the suit material is very restrictive. It has been shown over time to peel really bad.
Very
I've seen
bad.
a number of these where they've actually had to peel the whole suit off because it was just you couldn't get around it.
Crazy.
Yeah, not a big fan.
Yeah, I've had mine. I bought mine secondhand, and it's been, knock on wood, pretty pristine, and like still one of the better figures I have in the collection. So obviously,
it's a good presence figure, but there's a lot of stuff I've wanted to do with it that, like Eddie said, the underlying body is just, I just wasn't able to do the things that I wanted to do. Yeah, it's a figure I've owned many times. He's got the fuck on his face. So Jose G. Hernandez says it's $75 if you use a code. It's $65.
Nice.
Very good. Let's see. Speaking of codes, we have a 15% off in-stock items and full pay pre-orders with the code CW at collectorzone.com. They also have a great group, the Collector Zone Cantina. You can join them there. There's also some discounts that you can take advantage of. And Marco, you guys are running a giveaway with them. Do you want to plug that?
Yeah, so shout out to Marcos over there at Collector Zone, giving away a Bucky Barnes Hot Toys. So there's a few things you got to do to enter. Check out the Collector Zone, the CW auxiliary group for all those details. But we're going to be doing a live giveaway, not this Friday, but the Friday after on Thank You for Collecting. So definitely just go follow the rules, and you'll be eligible for a Bucky Barnes Hot Toys from Collector Zone. Pretty good deal.
Wow, there you go. The White Wolf, as they call him. Also, it doesn't have bullet holes on the chest. They're just scratches on the chest. I don't think it has bullet holes on the chest.
You're talking about the previous Batman or this Iron Man here with the
this
holes
one.
in his chest?
No, I mentioned that I was like, I don't think those are stock, and Marco said that they're there just with paint, but
I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe it is just an addition, but maybe that's what I'm thinking of are the scratches. But there is definitely battle damage on that bat symbol.
Let me tell you this, Charlie. So I bought it 3 times. The first time I bought it, it was like stupid expensive figure, so I sold it at a gain, and then I bought it used the second time, and then at that point I was getting out of DC, and then the third time, I think it was around the time Justice League came out, and I was like, dang, I kind of miss having a Batman from this franchise, and then I bought a third time, and I was just like, man, I don't know. That's why I bought it 3 times. Sometimes you make a mistake, and then you make a mistake again, and then you make a mistake again. What can I say?
Advice on this channel.
Yeah.
Just try it a couple times, see if you like it.
Is that the fucking Pinocchio meme, Charlie? How dare you if that is. Let's see. Let's change pace just a little bit. I know we're all having a ton of fun here. Bob Dylan. Everyone's very involved in today's episode. Bob Dylan. We got 80 people watching though, so that's great. Sent me this, and it is a Reddit post. Which Hot Toys opinion would put you in a situation like this? So, I guess it would be hot takes, if you will.
Yeah, for all the audio listeners, it's the Tangled meme of Flynn
Thank you. I was
Rider.
trying to figure out what movie this is from.
Yeah,
I thought that was Ezra
Flynn Rider,
Miller from
aka
Ezra Bridger.
Eugene Fitzherbert.
Ezra Bridger.
And all the swords around his neck, and he's got a smile on his face.
Like, I don't remember this from Batman.
Okay, we don't need to describe it that much for the people watching. Here we go.
From Ripples.
These are some thoughts. We can go through them and give our thoughts on these thoughts. We can give our own hot takes, but showing off all your pre-orders makes you look like a douchebag. Mr. Connor 212. Prince of No One 6-figure. And I have not read these, by the way, so I'm reading these kind of as we are. No 6-figure is worth $500, no matter how much rooted hair or die cast it has. even $350 to $450 price tags are really pushing it. New battle damage Vader is cool, but is it really $430 cool? I don't think so. This one I feel personally attacked. Throwing 20 figures in one display with static poses make them all look like shit, which is awesome. From Here for Groods, which is great. Let's see. I Spin Records. Anything over $350 for... That was a fat rip. For $350 for one figure is ridiculous and should stop. Oops, my camera came unplugged. When I said that the Obi-Wan Kenobi Mandalorian was an easy cash grab and a head swap. Snicket B, your customs don't look great and make your Hot Toys look worse when you place them next to each other. Is this about me, Bob Dylan? How dare you? How dare you, Bob Dylan?
Definitely accurate sometimes. There are people who have really good customs. Not Zach. But
I don't know if you guys know this. I don't mention it a lot, but I'm actually doing a Stranger's custom by the Acolyte, the Stranger.
Whoa.
I don't know if
like
I've talked about it a lot.
With this San Diego Comic-Con.
First time I'm hearing of this.
That's the joke. Thank you, Marco. Jesus Christ.
That was good.
Custom figures of women need to start using realistic bust sizes. It's so disappointing to see otherwise great figure of Leia or Ada Wong or someone be ruined with massive breasts. Well, I think that one's definitely a hot take. Let's see. Why is my camera fucking freaking out? It's dying. I don't know what's happening. Let's see here. 99.9% of you are so afraid of damaging your pieces that the poses you have them in are so stiff and ugly and half baked that they make the pieces look far cheaper than they are. God damn, tell us how you really feel. And makes the display look like a kid's toy room rather than a collector's room. It's cringe. How you 35 years old and can't pose a Spidey figure? I need to look at this guy.
It's funny because
I need to look at this guy.
But it's funny because he's being a hypocrite in his own fucking comment, saying that it looks like a kid's toy room. You're criticizing someone for not playing with the toy enough and calling them a kid. What the fuck?
Okay.
I appreciate you pointing that out, Eddie.
It's so stupid, dude. That's all of these. The second Zach posted this section, I was like, dude, all of these are gonna make me have that face because I fucking hate all of the community so much.
You really do.
Why do you hate on
Eddie's his own man. Eddie doesn't play by anybody's rules but his own. They're wrong, but they are his.
Half the time, yeah.
Half the time, he's right every time.
60% of the time, it works every time.
I think I've got my hot take here. Go ahead.
What I like about the hot takes is that they're like people who are very, very passionate, whether or not they see it from our perspective or not.
I have the best hot
They're very
take
passionate.
ever.
I'm gonna read all of these and then we can give our hot takes. Rooted hair is a stupid idea. It costs way more to be done right, and it only looks marginally better. I love that. Hot take is just another Spider-Man. People complain too much about tiny imperfections that don't show up on film. I love Star Wars, but I couldn't possibly give a shit about Clone Troopers. Head sculpts.
That was Marco's alias, I think. What the hell?
Head sculpts all share the same 1,000 yard stare. Would it kill these 1/6 companies to include other facial expressions?
Yes.
Toby's figure is actually pretty good. Okay, that would definitely get you in that situation. A lot of third-party companies now have figures of similar and sometimes even better quality. Yeah, for literally half the cost. That's very true. Let me bring this down.
That's not a hot take. That's just a hard pill to swallow.
I feel attacked. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. The lay all the accessories and head sculpts in front of the figure looks like a cluttered mess. I do that all the time and I fucking love it. I want to find some good ones here. Not everything needs to be customized. Some of the body swaps look horrible, and some of the custom bits and pieces that folks spend tons of money on don't do anything for the figure. Sometimes, yes. Bob, do you hate me, bro? Sometimes, yes, these things can enhance a figure. I do all of these things. Your details are making your collection look shoddy. I got fucking...
I don't know of a single figure Zach's ever owned that he didn't touch in some way.
Only ones at this moment. John Wick, the Spider-Man, the one that Hot Toys came out with.
No, but your John Wick has a custom sculpt on it.
No,
Oh, no, it
it's a
doesn't.
stock sculpt. The Batman, like the, what is it, Patterson, Penison? I don't know what his name is. And then Zombie Hunter Spider-Man are stock at the moment. Let's see, what do we got here? Ba-ba-da-bum.
Maybe time
Yeah,
for
these
some of the
are-
panels hot takes.
No, I think I'll keep reading these. Just kidding. It was,
Riveting TV.
Here's my hot take. Here we go. I can't believe you fucking guys last week, or maybe it was the week before. No one gave a shit about. Look, I don't care how improbable or impossible or unlikely it was that Hot Toys was going to hand fucking paint these 8,000, 3,000, 10,000, however fucking many thousand Artisan Joker sculpts. I was like, bro, this is going to be a slam dunk topic. Everyone's going to get on this. We're going to fucking nut. And I think only Eddie cared. Everyone was like, eh. I mean, was it really likely that they were going to do it? I mean, it's not that big of a deal. You can't really see it from a normal. That is horseshit. You guys, that is crazy to me. And then Dean, look, I love you, but you had the audacity to show this Hono figure in the show sheet chat, and you were like, can we talk about this? Because there's this texture that's not good. And I'm like, bro, you're about to go to bat.
I feel
Because you were like,
I was
this
with
is a
you.
slippery slope. And I'm like,
feel like I was with you on that.
maybe you did,
Joker
but
sculpts.
I don't know who. Check the tape, but I felt very
was
like
against
no
you.
one cared. I felt like no one cared, and the chat didn't care either. To be honest, maybe it was more.
If
I
it
felt the
didn't
chat
look
didn't care.
good, it
No,
would be
hang
one
on.
thing. But it looks good.
No, that's not acceptable.
I think it's the initial.
They didn't
makeup
sell us
application.
a
I think they,
sculpt that looked
hand-painted
good.
over top of it.
A hand painted sculpt is what they sold us, and also that looks good. I don't want no digital fucking print on a hand painted sculpt. That is crazy to me.
Yeah.
That is crazy to me that you guys didn't take that up.
Here's
Crazy
the
to me.
context picture again, just in case anybody missed
They
that.
didn't say how many would be hand painted. They said
What? Eddie, come on, you fucking guy. Okay, that's my hot take.
Was
Again,
that last
obviously,
week?
that was like last
that
week.
was
and
2 weeks
2 or
ago.
3 weeks ago because I think I was in the desert when he's in it.
well, you, Dean, what is your hot take? I'm gonna pull up that picture there in a second.
Fuck, do I have a hot take?
Half of what Dean says
Let
is
me
a
go
hot
last.
take.
I can't.
He doesn't
Yeah,
like
what you
I'm
Batman.
think
trying to
about
think of one.
Many good movies he doesn't like.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my hot takes have always been aired out on this channel. I'm not an X-Men fan. I've since come around a Batman fan, and I
About toys, maybe?
don't really give a shit about Heath Ledger's Joker. Everyone thinks it's the fucking greatest character to ever be on fucking screen, and I just don't get it. And every time
tough
they
to be
come
wrong,
out with
Andy.
another fucking figure of this guy, everyone fucking, I'm a nut, and I'm just like, I don't.
Clip that.
I guess.
I wish there was a button like the. One of my
Instant
favorite
record.
things about the PlayStation, you could double tap this one button and it like goes back in time
Yeah, you
and
still have it.
records. No, on StreamYard is what I want.
Oh, I thought you meant on PlayStation.
I'm saying
I
I'm
was
so
like, it's
used to
still
just
there.
like click click.
Yeah.
I'd be like, damn, that was a crazy ass play. Click click. That's
I'm a-
amazing.
I'm a
Zach-
nut.
Here's
Six
the
Guns
exhibit A.
agreed with you.
Exhibit A. I don't give a goddamn fuck how good this looks. This is not a hand painted sculpt. That is so crazy to me that you guys were like, eh.
Yeah, even if it was like.
And then the
deep
chat,
panel-
look, chat, you let me down. We lost 20 people because I started fucking ranting about this shit. You let me down. I thought we were gonna pick up our pitchforks, and the chat was like, eh. Did you really expect them to paint 6,000 of that? Yes, because that's what they fucking told us they were gonna do. I was tired of it, Eddie. I'm tired of it. Here we go.
I'm tired, boss.
Here we go. Let's see. Ben, what is your hot take?
Collecting Star Trek figures is cool. That's one.
Yeah, I think you've won. I think we're good here. That's actually.
I enjoy them.
yeah.
I enjoy them. I know
You
many
won.
of you don't. I always feel like I'm losing viewers on Let's Get Nuts whenever I talk about Trek, even though I want to talk about Trek. So, yeah, that sucks. But no, for reals, I've never totally loved the look of Magicase, and I've always found them to be overpriced for what you get.
Bro.
I feel like a lot of people don't necessarily
Ben,
even love them once they
high-five
have them in their own hand.
Yes.
And I don't know. They just I think they're overpriced for what it seems like you get with them, and I've just never loved the look of them either.
Let me clarify. I think they make a good product. I think that they're not for me personally. Brian's a great guy. Gave us some props for the milestone that we hit recently, and we may work with them in the future. But I have garage cases. I think it's great that Magicase makes a set where you just buy everything and then you can do it. I think it's great that people make their own cases, but yeah, it's not. I'm happy with what I got. I'll say that. And I do have DTOS. Maybe one day I will upgrade them, but I was fortunate enough to be able to purchase them, before they stopped making them. So
for me, it's not necessarily, it's not the case specifically. It's more of the style of display. So like I like displaying mine kind of one at a time, like I've got behind me. And once I run out of my 110 slots that are available to me, I'm going to start kind of cultivating and rotating the collection out, as opposed to trying to get so many characters on one shelf. But I've never claimed to be a completionist collector either. When there's hundreds and hundreds of cool figures to collect, I don't know how you get to the point where you own them and don't have to move to something like a Magicase or a garage self option. So it's like, functionality wise, I totally understand why they exist. But on an aesthetics appeal thing, they feel too overpriced for how I feel like my collection then looks as a result. They feel too cramped in for the way I like to display.
Anyone else have a
Go ahead.
hot
I'll go
take?
after Marco.
No, Eddie, go ahead because I want to hear yours.
I have too many.
You're gonna love the clip.
He's like,
I
"Come
can
on,
name a
Max."
couple, but I'm like Dean. I pretty much air my hot takes every episode, but just some that come to the top of my head. Mondo figures are trash. Jazz Inc. is overrated and under criticized. This community is full of hypocrisy, just on little things like Zach said. They'll make the dumbest thing important, and then they won't care about the hand painting that they're being lied to about. And the barbecue was trash. That's my last
Barbecue.
hot take.
Yeah, bro. And we got a broken bench too.
And the broken bench.
Jesus Christ! I still use that bench for all kinds of things. Lumber. I use it
Kindling.
for anti-skunk.
Oh my God, Zach! I meant to talk to you about that.
Did you get skunked?
I
Did
got
Kevin
skunked.
get skunked? You got skunked.
Well, no, my yard.
Save it for tomorrow. Okay. We gotta talk about this tomorrow. Stay tuned for skunk talk on After Dark. Marco, your thoughts?
Yeah, so this is kind of on the lines of what Eddie was saying about the community. You know, obviously there are assholes in every community. There's people that are just dumb, entitled, uneducated in terms of whatever they're talking about. But because social media has given people the ability to just write something up and hit send before they even think, we get to see those people's comments right away. And my hot take is that maybe it's because we are grown men, children who collect dolls or toys, but it feels like there's a disproportionate amount of those dummies that are just very, very immature, and they kind of ruin the party for the rest of us when they are complaining about dumb shit, arguing back and forth, being toxic. And I like to stay silent most of the time and not engage with that type of behavior. But when I do see it, I'm like, like there's so much good in the community. But I could see how someone like Eddie, when they see that type of like really childish behavior, get really turned off and want to just turn back into their bubble and be like, I don't want to engage with the community anymore because I'm seeing this bullshit. And so I guess my hot take is think before you post. Don't be a dick. Not everything needs to be a battle online. There should be like you write something there's 5 minutes for that to pend before it ever gets posted, and then you got a chance to think about it. Like, did I really want to post it? And again, this probably applies to like every corner of the internet, every community. But man, I just see some really dumb shit in the Hot Toys and 1/6 scale groups, and I'm like, oh man, is it because we're people that never grew up? And I'm proud of that fact, honestly. Like, I love that I still collect action figures, but man, I just see a lot of that toxicity, and I'm just like, grow the fuck up, please.
I was laughing at your point, Marco, by the way. Eddie's being inappropriate in the chat. Okay, you hate to see it. You don't even know Eddie. You slept on the couch across from me, okay? I'm just saying.
Holy shit.
Gluten's highly correlated with penis size, so I have.
It just adds.
It goes straight there, Eddie.
Good point, by the way, Marco. I like that was a good take, man.
I appreciate.
I think any hobby that involves money and like it does have a lot of pride associated with it. I unfortunately engage in expensive hobbies, and like you don't, at least as far as I know, like I've been in like a group for hiking and I don't see this kind of drama, right? Or like, you know,
I'm sure it's out there.
I'm sure it's out there, but I have never seen it. Apparently I don't go hiking enough. I just feel like there's so much drama sometimes. I try to.
So I
avoid
actually,
it.
my hot take is that oddly
it.
enough, I don't see maybe enough of the drama, but I also get bad at reading all my comments as it is just from friends.
You don't read Messenger, so.
So like I try to skim over it. I do find though, like when I first started collecting Hot Toys, I did find it was more fun to post like pictures of my figures, thinking that like, wow, this is a really good picture. And then, you know, you see all the people who are actual like professional toy photographers who can like take a picture of you that like you'll never be able to take on your cell phone camera. So I've lost some of my excitement around like posting because again, most of the time it's like, what's that pose, or this is a horrible photo, or
that's
like,
the type of stuff I mean.
Why did you over contrast it? Or like, it's like,
yeah,
okay,
it's
well,
like,
I liked it, you know.
People lead with that negativity where it's like you're excited and you want to share, and then people are just there to flame you, and it's like, shut the fuck up and just be excited for someone that's receiving this joy out of this hobby.
But at the same time, I like to ask those folks like, what, like, who hurt you? Like, are you okay? Why don't you like this photo for reals? Can we work on it together? Maybe you can help me edit it better than this. I don't know. I kill them with kindness. It's the Canadian way. Let's go for a Timmy's.
Entire hot take was to hide the fact that he can't pose for shit, and so.
Holy shit, that's damn. You know, I will say, like, I recently shared a picture of a figure that I post, and it wasn't a bad pose, but because that's kind of my reputation, like everyone's like, oh, what the fuck is this? Like, and like I laugh along with a lot of it, but then I was like, all right, you're just being. Not you specifically, Eddie, but it's like you're just being a fucking hater to be a hater when I know it's not that bad. But good for you. Like you keep doing your thing. You don't have this figure yet, so you keep hating.
Now I feel kind of bad because I feel like I really popularized.
No, this has been something for a long time, honestly. Since I started streaming and I was in front of my DTOS, people would be like, "Hey, nice poses." So it's something that I've leaned into for sure, but. Then I do notice, like, all right, this individual is just being a fucking hater for no reason.
To your point, I've really stopped posting a lot. Motherfucker, you're part of the problem. I can't even post progress pictures of my workouts anymore because apparently I'm just posting them to post them. You know what? See what I'm talking about? The hypocrisy in this community is insane.
But to be human is to be a hypocrite for sure.
Yeah,
and
I love
Sam,
he was trying to find common ground with you
and
then realized that.
Sam, I do know you're joking around, and the homies can joke for sure. So I'm not complaining about that.
Yeah, I've stopped even. Well, this is no surprise. Even in chats, I've stopped giving my opinion as much anymore, just because I'm tired of the attacks back, and for no reason. And yeah, that's definitely one of the biggest ones out there that I hear you on.
Yeah, because there's good old fashioned like giving someone a hard time like we always do, and then there's just toxic negativity, and it's easy to slip into that for sure.
There you go. Random Korean says he's late, but he's happy to be here. What a guy.
Do you have any? Does anybody have any just random hot takes on life things in general? Because since we're on it,
Chipotle's
I'll think of one. Whoa, that's a hot
I'm
take.
sorry. You're paying too much fucking money. I've seen the portions. It's crazy.
Jesus.
Let me say this: like 10 years ago, Chipotle goated. Nah, bro, not this current day.
It's overpriced now for sure. You're not wrong.
Did you say Chipotle?
Wait,
I thought you said
Chipotle.
Triple A.
Oh, Triple A is
Chipotle
goated.
is
Triple A
fucking
is
amazing. You know why though?
Because you're in California. That's
No,
what
no,
hot
no,
take.
no, no,
All
no.
Californians
You
think everything from
motherfucker.
California is the fucking greatest shit ever.
And
Oh,
you
you
guys think
gotta
your
have
Mexican
In-N-Out.
food is good over there too, but
It's not Mexican food. It's Tex-Mex. Those are totally different fucking things.
yeah,
That's why
we,
your
we don't want
tacos
to claim
suck.
it either. We don't want to claim your shit either.
Bro, Marco,
Ben's
you are
impartial.
the whitest person on this panel.
wow.
Mine is
Okay,
In-N-Out burger.
first off, hot. Okay,
Just
real life,
In-N-Out.
real
Just
life
In-N-Out.
hot take. People that ride bicycles shouldn't run stop signs. I don't.
Bro, that
understand
was
that's
gonna
a thing.
be my hot take. I said in the chat earlier when Marcus said he was bike riding. I fucking hate bicyclists. I hate them on the road so much. Don't
Yeah.
be on the road.
Yeah.
Timmy Hortons is not that good. That's
Whoa!
Oh,
Wow!
As
my
a Canadian,
God.
That's it.
It's actually,
We're
it's
out.
actually not that good.
I don't think.
The man was gonna get us, bro.
Oh my God!
oh shit, that was funny.
That's the best one. I think. I don't even think we could do better. John was right. No.
Wow.
But like, I feel like most Canadians laugh about it because when people from out of our country are coming into Canada, they're like, "Yeah, we can't wait to get Tim Hortons. Like, we're so excited to get it." And we're all kind of like, "Yeah, that sounds good, man." But we're all kind of like, "It's not that good. They're gonna be let down. It's not that good."
Honestly, that's too hot. That's nuclear hot. I can't say it, Dean. I can't.
You say it, Zach. This is a safe space.
Look,
Tim Hortons is more like Dunkin' Donuts.
this is nuclear hot. This is controversial, Dean. This is cancel worthy.
Wow.
Buc-ee's is too fucking far. Like, it's cool, and I think it was fun that we went, but I was dreading it. I was like, bro, I'm about to drive an hour to
It's
like,
not even an hour away.
bro, that was the longest drive I ever
It's like
taken in my whole life.
35 minutes.
What, when you
35
take
there,
the Buc-ee's?
35.
It's like me getting to your house.
No, it was fun.
in the
It was
opposite
great.
direction.
Hang on. It was great that we went, but like, hang on. Let me rephrase that whole statement. I know people that just go to Buc-ee's. That's weird to me.
It's not that far.
Their salted
I'm
nuts
just saying
were
gas
really
is
good.
too
I guess.
expensive.
I guess. Okay. Well, one, you're not wrong. Two, their gas is wicked cheap there. But three, like I said, like if I go to your house, it's the same as if I just hop on 35 and go up to Buc-ee's. Look,
But you
it's
hang out at my
technically
house,
further,
and
but
we're
it's all
hanging
highway,
out-
so it's just
we're hanging out and having fun. If we go to Buc-ee's, it's like,
you're
gas
spending a lot of money. Yeah.
yeah,
It's
you know
not
what I'm saying. And
cheap.
it's cool. Like, don't get me wrong, it's fun, and like I enjoyed being there with you guys because it was fun. I enjoyed it more. I felt like a parent, right? Like you're seeing your kids have fun. I go to the zoo. I'm fucking miserable all the time. My fucking nuts are rubbing on my legs. It's terrible. Vivi's having a blast. I'm doing it for her. I was, we're doing it for you guys to enjoy it. But I was like,
I loved it. I still have my Buc-ee's lighter. I've got my sweater. I've got the magnet on the fridge. I've got a little Buc-ee's like logo, like it was like the tag that came off my sweater, but it's a Buc-ee's
Well,
face.
Ben, it's
in
definitely
my
too
cupboard
far
right
for
here.
you.
It's cool. It is really far for me. Yeah. I enjoyed it. If you felt at first like it wouldn't be worth it, it was. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
all
it's
right.
always-
What
it's
the
always
fuck,
worth
Bob
it.
Dylan? He said crab rangoon is gross to me. Get him out of here.
Wow,
Get him out of
that's
here.
I can't
That's-
support that.
I've never had crab rangoon.
I'll support some hot takes, but that's you
That's
can't.
crazy.
I like regular rangoons without crab, but not with crab.
All right, I think we've touched them all tonight. We just have one more thing. Of all the D23 news, this is all that we had in the show sheet, so this is all we're talking about today.
Wow, you
all the
couldn't be
D23
bothered to
stuff
Google.
is lame, dude.
I could.
Wow, are you kidding?
Okay,
me?
first off, Marco, I
Not all of
tried
it was
it.
lame.
I tried it, but every page had incomplete information, and I wasn't about to go through 20 pages to find.
Okay, some
what should have been on
highlights.
one website.
Some highlights from me.
Stitch is on the
Frozen-
screen, by the way.
Yeah, Stitch, the live action Stitch, who looks adorable. Because sometimes when they do their live action stuff, it's like
I don't know how I feel
super
about it.
realistic, and I was like, I don't know how they're gonna do Stitch but they kind of stuck to his character design, so he looks super cute.
Hot take, Dean, I don't think that this needs a live action.
I don't either.
I'm sorry, but
just write a new fucking movie.
First off,
actually, I take that back. They can't.
Before I say this, how old is Lilo's older sister supposed to be in the movie? She's an adult, right? An adult, right?
Maybe.
Never seen
I don't know. But probably don't say what you're gonna say.
18 and a half.
Like, she got to be fucking cheeked up in that live action. That's all I'm gonna say.
Canceled.
First off, next hot take. Can we get an Eldorado live action,
dude?
Because I need to see Homegirl in live action. If you know, you know. I don't know. I can't see this being good live action. I just can't.
Well, we'll see.
I just can't.
I'm with you.
I didn't think Sonic would be good live action. It turned out pretty good.
Wait, which one?
I didn't think Sonic was going to be that good in live action, and I ended up enjoying Sonic 1 and 2 quite a bit.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm still trying to get Marco on that train, dude.
I need to watch.
I think I like the second one more than the first one.
You got me with the
Cudi's in
Cudi.
the movie? I just want to see the one with Nuck, bro. That's the one I want to see. Nuck. I want to see the live action Nuck.
That's the only one I haven't liked so far. I didn't.
Oh
care
fuck!
too much
Damn it.
But
the show's
Dean
not
liked
terrible.
It,
it's just not about Knuckles.
I mean, to be fair, if
the show's called Knuckles.
The hour of Sonic watching grass grow, Dean would like it, so that's not saying much.
Dare you?
I
That
think
is
this
actually
would be a cool live action. To be honest, I think the alien part of it makes it cool.
Yeah.
The aliens, bro.
Yeah. As long as they don't just make a movie in Hawaii and don't put the fucking Rock in it, please. Jesus
Bro,
Christ.
you fucking know the Rock is going to be that big burly.
Yeah,
dude.
because aren't they gonna do a
Bubbles.
live action fucking Moana?
Bubbles.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and then they're
that
coming
one.
out with the Moana 2.
Doesn't need a sequel.
Doesn't
at
need
all.
a sequel. They're coming out with Frozen 3 and 4.
What's next? Titanic 2?
Incredibles 3 is pretty fucking awesome though.
Where they go down to the south.
Did they show it?
They didn't show it. It's just they announced it, and I'm pretty hyped for that.
Because they did, like I said, Frozen 3 and 4, and I like the Frozen movies, so sure. And then Zootopia 2, which the little thing they did for it was fucking hilarious. Yeah. What else did they announce? Oh, the Star Wars show, Skeleton Crew, which is like
which should have been out way a long time ago because the Lego was
like a
already
year
out.
and a half ago or something like that.
The Incredibles 3.
I said, yeah.
Eddie just said that.
Oh, I didn't listen.
I'm a nut.
Shout out to Andre.
I was like, what the fuck is that?
Oh my god.
Sorry, Eddie. I didn't hear you say
Dude,
that.
when I watched Moana, when I watched live action Big Sister and fucking Lilo and Stitch,
I'm a nut.
Jesus Christ.
So aggressive.
So aggressive.
It's the best thing since you sound okay.
I need to add that to my Let's Get Nuts intro, Dean.
Oh, dude.
what the fuck?
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Dude, when I see live action
So
Shell
aggressive.
from the Road to El Dorado, bro.
I'm a nut.
They got one of those. She's on Instagram. Literally looks like that girl.
Yeah.
Link me, please.
Exactly what you're talking about, Eddie.
Okay, speaking of D23,
Never
the
doing
live
anything on
action.
this show ever again.
Please do it. That was so amazing. The live action Snow White looks awful.
Yeah, it looks like dog
The
shit.
CGI dwarves and
Here's
not a
the-
big fan
here's-
of that.
This is. I don't want to talk about this live action.
They CGI dwarves? They got rid of that.
They should change the name.
Yes, because well, hang on, because
Oh my God.
Peter Dinklage said something about like, oh, it's diversity. He was like
Yeah, he was
hating
pissed off.
on the fact that I think the little people would get the roles, and then because
Yeah.
of that, there was a backlash, and then they had to CGI them, and it's like, bro, you just took away. I guess there's 7 dwarves in the film. You took away 7 chances.
There isn't
for
7
these-
Peter Dinklages though. Like
Yeah, but there's 6. I'm sure that Eddie. I'm sure in the world there's 6 other people that want to act that might not have a chance to do other.
can they act like
films.
Peter Dinklage?
I mean, it's fucking live action Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. I
They
don't
should
need
have
Game of
done
Thrones
him
level acting.
7 times. Like just change his face.
Yeah, they did that with the Oompa Loompas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
There you go.
beat Roy, bro.
Plus, they only
Or
got to
Deep
do
Roy.
like one emotion. One guy's sleepy.
Snow Brown.
It's easy.
They are CGI dwarves because
Eddie would
they
be the grumpy one.
Or
It was a
yeah,
cast
probably.
of people. It was like a bunch of random.
There were
like,
actual people that
dudes
had been cast, and then they, yeah, they're
No. So Peter Dinklage made a stink about the dwarves, claiming it was like
I think he said like typecast or something really
right.
stupid.
And so they're like, fine, we'll just use regular people. So they used it was like a bunch of dudes and ladies as the 7 dwarves, and people were like, "What the fuck is this?" So they changed
They
them to CGI. That's
DEI'd the
crazy.
dwarves is wild.
They did. They
reverse
DEI'd the dwarves. They were all like POCs.
And then they got a Mexican Snow White. Make it make sense, bro.
That I'm in for. All right.
That's a hot take.
I don't mind. I don't mind the.
That's a hot take,
that
bro.
It is what it is. I just think it's really stupid to leave the name Snow White.
Well,
It's
in the
Snow
lore
Brown,
of Snow,
bro.
in the lore of Snow White, her parents named her that as a baby because she was born with long black hair, red lips that were as red as blood, apparently, and skin as white as the ivory snow.
God damn.
Like that's literally the
That snow ain't
description
that white
from the,
anymore.
from the lore.
Yeah, that's like is
So
that
it,
did
it
they
is
blame
odd.
the
New York
snow?
snow.
Change
There's
the
an
color a
choice.
little bit.
New York snow. Gross.
That's crazy.
But yeah,
I'm excited. I like the live action adaptations, even if they're not good. It's just cool to see what they did with the story. But yeah, I think it's stupid.
even if they're not.
I agree
good,
with you,
That's
Eddie.
a hot
No, but
take.
none of them needed
They're
to
shit, but I
exist,
like
but they're
them.
all no, they're not. None of them are shit though. Like none of them need to exist, but they're all fun.
Oh,
It's kind of like
I-
rewatching the movie for the first time in my
I
eyes.
kind of hate when they try to make the villain more
Trying to
humanized.
get more backstory.
Yeah, like the thing that they're doing with Mufasa. Like, apparently, I read that Scar took Mufasa in as he helped his family took in Mufasa as an orphan, and then
He became the
Mufasa
king.
betrayed him, and like that's why he is the way he is in Lion
Yeah,
King,
that's
and that's what
dog
they're gonna
shit,
show.
dude.
And
Yeah, but I don't want to have sympathy for Mufasa. Like I like the original story the way that it was.
It's like, yeah, are you not content with doing that with the Jedi? Now you're gonna
Okay,
do it to Mufasa.
I say that
That's
about
fucked.
every franchise except Wicked. Wicked is dope, bro. I fucking love that play.
Are you
Well,
looking forward
Wicked-
to the new film?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's also
Hot
another
Take. They got a
Disney
Latina.
franchise.
What?
What is your Marco? What's your favorite one of the live action franchise? If you have really enjoyed rewatching those, and your hot take.
So some of the ones that people did not like pretty universally, like I liked Aladdin. I thought Beauty and the Beast was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Beauty and
I
the Beast
liked
was awesome.
The Lion King, Jungle Book. I know Eddie really loves Jungle Book. I feel
Ooh,
like that's
Jungle
maybe
Book was
one,
fucking awesome. That
Yeah.
big
I didn't
ape
see
was
that one.
fucking
I
scary.
didn't
you
see
didn't
that
care for it?
like they're.
King
I
Louis.
wouldn't say I didn't care for it. I enjoyed it. It's just maybe like a tier below those, but they're all kind of in the like shouldn't exist. This is still fun to watch.
The
bet they're
Netflix
gonna do a
one
live
was
action
real
Finding Nemo.
weird.
That Netflix one was kind of kind of fun too. Honestly, like I
It
thought
was
it was 'cause
different.
Christian
Yeah, I didn't
Bale
hate it.
and-
And I liked Aladdin a lot because even though Will Smith annoyed me recently, obviously, but like I thought he did great as
I never saw
Genie.
that one.
I agree.
He did a good job. Like to step into Robin Williams' shoes is insane.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't
And-
think anybody could have.
Yeah.
And then he
No
slapped
matter
him
who
on
it
Chris
was.
Rock.
Yeah.
And I forget Jasmine, the actress Naomi something, but
Oof.
like
Oh, yeah.
she's
she
bad.
did great.
Like they got the
Beautiful
right
woman.
one.
Baddie.
What was your hot
Yo,
take? Marco?
also, I'll talk about this on After Dark, but that movie makes no sense.
Which one?
Aladdin.
Aladdin,
The live action or the original?
both. Aladdin doesn't get all his wishes.
Jose, she's Colombian. Thank you very much, sir. And I said Latina. I don't think I said Mexican.
You said Mexican.
Spanish.
Honestly,
As Peter Griffin would say.
I mean,
I don't even blame you, Brown. That's why I said Brown.
Wow. Let's end the show before we get
all I
canceled.
know is they're coming
There
from the
you
southern
go.
border.
Pancake.
Holy shit!
Look at Pancake. Oh, she's
And Ben,
so
my hot take was Wicked is overrated. Like I enjoyed it, but
Fucking guy.
I didn't. It didn't change my life. It didn't change my life.
the
Do you watch
play?
it at Broadway or
The play,
movie?
yeah. Did we see it? We saw it here locally, so I didn't see it in Broadway, off Broadway in New York, but we saw it here.
Was it Broadway?
It was
cast,
better
though?
though because it was in California.
Yeah, it was a Broadway cast. It was the traveling. Yeah, exactly. You get real tacos afterwards. So
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Anyways,
Same with Hamilton too, like
To
which
be
I
fair-
enjoyed. Which I enjoyed.
okay, I
but they're
never
overrated.
got into
They're
Hamilton.
overrated.
I just don't get why a Puerto Rican rapper is I don't understand that. And then I don't understand any of it, to be honest.
Yeah, tell it to Fox
never
News.
saw.
I
never
love
saw
Puerto
Hamilton.
Ricans, but I just don't. I just don't understand it. I guess I don't understand. Like, I don't think I can enjoy it because I just don't get like the very. It's like Wolf of Wall Street, Marco. I didn't understand the very basic part, and so I didn't understand the whole movie. I just don't understand fucking anything.
Are you thinking of The Big Short?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes,
I
I
get
watched
it,
that
I get it.
movie, and I felt like I was watching it in fucking Spanish. I was
That's
like,
the one
dude,
with Ryan Gosling, right?
I need Dean here to explain this
Exactly,
shit to
exactly,
me because
dude.
I don't fucking. This dude's wearing no shoes. I don't know nothing about this. It's crazy to me.
Do you guys mind if I give a quick shout out before we wrap the show?
Yeah, we're not there yet, but sure.
Okay, I thought we were there.
No, you're good. It's like we've only
I can
done
wait.
it
I
300 times
can
in a
wait.
row. No, go ahead, do it now.
Shout out to Oilers Workshop. Last show,
Damn.
I was talking about my Joker, my love for the Joker, and he messaged me after the show and said he had an extra one of the
Detonators.
remotes, the detonators. Yeah,
Wow.
Hell
so
yeah.
from InArt. So he sent this my way this week, and yeah, it was an awesome little gift. So thank you very much. Smallest art box or shipper box I've ever seen. Super cute, but yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
Really cool little piece. Really generous of him to send that over to me. So thank you so
Oilers
much.
is the greatest human being.
Yeah,
among
he
us, to
really
be
is.
honest.
I was
He's a
also
dope
going to
dude.
shout out Oilers.
Yeah.
Go on.
For SDCC, he did 2 displays that I didn't even know he was working on them. He did one for NECA for the Turtles, like a big clock tower. And then he did one for InArt for their Bruce Lee display. He did the whole like temple room thing. I was like, what? That's so cool, man. Congratulations. At least, people are, finally appreciating his genius. And he is now in the ether of Comic-Con. That's
That
pretty
was
cool.
That was I think, other than like my friends like you guys, I don't think anybody's ever sent me anything randomly since I've been on YouTube. Like I've been doing it for 2 years, and people gift things all the time, and that was the first time anybody's ever just like been like, you can have this. I thought it was really sweet of them.
Thank you for adding other than you guys.
Wow.
You guys send me nice stuff all the time.
I do.
Like Ben's like, I feel left out, guys.
I didn't say that.
No one sends me stuff, guys.
Nobody said. I said this after the fact.
If anyone wants to send me something, by all means.
Guys. My P.O. box is...
Oh, okay. I have another shout out afterwards. I'll let you do your thing.
Just
I
do
gotta
it
pull
now.
another one out.
You already said
No,
it.
I gotta find it.
All right. We have touched them all tonight, boys.
All of them be
Circled.
touched.
We did it all. And I believe this should be... there might be a duplicate. I don't think I fixed it from last week. So, Jared, you're going to get one less shout-out than last week. But it's after Sithio Collector.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, give a quick shout out to the Patreonies. They keep the lights on. They help pay the bills. Give a quick shout out to Captain Fordo. Man, Kevin was already here. He already knew. Ian CB, Renee Mendes, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, King Louis, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, Equan, Chris Valencerina, Ben Thomas, David Jones, Sam Giss, Joao Bretta, Thomas Clarks, Eric Switzer, Six Skins, Figs, Billy Badfish, Joe Chutbeaks Corpus, Luke Skywalker, Sweet Danny Lee, Deanie Martin, Big Ol' Fern, Cesar Marquint, Mark Phillips, Lisa Martin Boboski, Rick DeGregorio, Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Alad Morgan, 2Con3, Watt, Derek B, Aries Portillo, Alvin J, Mario Delgado, Arelis Delgado, Toy Cartel, Sith Scale Collector, Jared Cagney, or is it
G.
Gagney? Did we figure out how to say it? Okay.
Gag me.
Might be Gagne as well.
Gagne West. Okay.
Gagne.
Alberto Cortez, Big Rib, Trevor Weed, Matt Clevenger, Don Maton. Sorry, I got tripped up there. Stephen Purchase, Sean Usby, Scott Bradley, Stephen Maria Stanley, Eddie Manzanares, Louis Bennett, Chip Perrin, Exodus, Abe Dunk TV, and Gigi the Judgmental. Let Marco buy whatever he wants, Gigi, please. He's a good
Big
guy.
facts.
Deserves it.
I think he deserves it. He deserves
I want the
the
shawarma.
world.
I was gonna say,
GG.
I feel like you're stretching the
Get your
rules.
shawarma
when
at
she said no.
zackswonderland.com. Look at that.
Buy him a little shawarma for his
You know,
birthday.
it's like that one Reddit post where the guy is like, have you seen this? He was depressed and his window broke and he didn't not let light into his house for months. And then all it took was 10 minutes to get it fixed. And now he has light in his house. But he fixed it for someone else. That's how I feel. I've been wanting to make this churro for like, how long has it been, Marco? Like a year since the completely unrelated other churro came
longer.
out?
Yeah.
Literally, I've been wanting to do this. And all it took was messaging one person. And they're like, yeah, I can do that like in 30 minutes. And
You almost said Mexican again.
He did.
I actually almost
All
did.
it took was Mexicans
it was a Latin
to
fellow
get him to
that
make a
helped
churro.
me out. And, yeah.
He pulled up to the Home Depot with $100 in his pocket and got that thing done.
It got done, baby.
They 3D print now. It's
Patreon.
wild.
Yeah, now it's I have it in my house. Patreon.com/collectingweekly. We have the July-August stuff going out this week. May or may not have the nice crit sticker, just depending on.
You will.
Okay, there we go. And then the September-October. Look at this fucking sticker. Look at this.
It's a
The
beauty.
Joker 2, baby.
Pinche payaso.
I have my
should
own
do a
head as an
Spanish version.
STL. I'm gonna make a 3D print of my head and paint it like this for my new custom
creepy as fuck.
figure, the Ultimate Joker.
Oh my
is what I'm
god.
calling it.
I would love
like
that.
Ox Bueno, baby. The AX instead of DX. AUX.
That's
And the
There should be
Dark
nuts in
Timeline
that dark
sticker.
timeline. Should be some
Well,
nuts in that.
it's
circle.
not your sticker, Ben. You have a sticker. Thank you very much.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I haven't got
don't
it
get
yet.
Fucking. You're not gonna get one with that attitude, Ben. Look at that.
I love that.
Wait,
That's awesome.
Why are we ordering stickers for Ben? What the hell?
can you show that again? really quick?
Bamboozled.
I'm bamboozled, bro.
You didn't order.
I'm a nut.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
That's a tough nut to swallow.
Patreon.com. We have the $5 tier, which is the digital tier, $7.50 for the Sweet Angels, $15 Certified Crispy, and the $25 What a Guy tier. Join us. We have a lot of fun in the Patreon chats. If you play NCAA, we have a Patreon football league that we're doing there with Marco and the Scoundrels. Love that. Your helmet is the Joker, which is awesome. That's pretty
Hell
cool.
yeah.
So we're gonna start that league up tonight. YouTube channel members, we have Absolute Irwin, Alvin J, Andrew Gibo, Benjamin Hansen. Let's see, push that button there. Big Ol' Fern, Bob Dylan, CC3PO, Chris V, CT603, DJ Daminator, Doc Smizzle, Equan, Fat Batman, Gear Bear, Good Old Sponchka, Gotham Cenobites, Justin Sports Card, LV Avenger 702, Mark Pearson, Mike Clitoris, Money Mendez, OG Fan, OMFG Rick, 1-6 Figure Focus, Paul Schreiber, Philip the Fool, S Beam, Sam Giss, Scarn Lord, SpongeBob SquareBalls, Sunnyvale Rust, The Ben Thomas Show, Toy Mafia, and Exodus. Appreciate you guys' support. You can become a YouTube channel member for 99 cents if you are in our Patreon. You get loyalty badges and custom chat emojis and weekly shoutouts. Or $2.99 if you are not, and you get those same benefits. We also have a TeePublic if you want to get the An Ox We Trust shirt. And taking a look at the network, we have, I believe this should be movie night this week, if I'm not mistaken. After Dark tomorrow at 10:30, we have Skunk updates for you guys. Just another Friday night on Friday. I believe we're also playing D&D this week. My apologies for last week. As they say, shit happens, but my tooth was really bothering me and I wasn't feeling well, so not would not have been great company for that stream. Any other shout-outs that we want to give?
I do. I shared my screen. I gotta share two with you, but this will be the first one. Shout out to Dean, the Dream Martin. I reached out to him a couple weeks back and asked for some new nut-inspired images for the Ben Thomas Show channel membership. So Wolverine is now my 6 month to 12-month window member badge that's beside everybody's name in the chats. And I thought it was really, really well done. Really, really well done, buddy. And then I'll stop sharing this one, and then I'll share this one with you as well, Zach. This was the other one that Dean made me here. Zach, if you could share that one. Yeah. So as you can see, Deadpool is nut inspired. He's got his bumps on the bottom there, for sure. And, pretty awesome. So
yeah, he looks cheeked up, but
he does look cheeked up, but he is a
This
nut
isn't
in
Zach
Deadpool.
Pool, right?
Oh.
Dude, this is Oxpool, baby.
Dude, he was a lot more round. I made his legs smaller.
I was like, Dean, this is me in the suit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love them both. I love them both. So, and I'd be happy to donate one or both of them to CW as a sticker down the line if you guys are looking for some cool ones, because these would make some for some pretty cool
Ben,
stickers.
they're your stickers though. Right?
Yeah, I haven't been able to make channel member stickers for my channel folks yet, though, and I will probably at some point. But we do have a lot of crossover as well. No, I know, but a lot of my members are members of CW too. So.
I know. That's why we're doing this wonderful nut sticker, bro.
There you go.
What sticker?
When we showed twice that you were making the funny noise for.
I'm a nut.
Oh, I was like, are you fucking...
It gets grosser
crazy,
every time.
bro? Are you going insane?
How dare you, Ben? Last time I got
Oh, wow, sorry.
Shout out to that one guy on Stash Bin, bro. Look at this, bro.
Oh, you didn't get it from... I thought you got it from Jason.
No, I was, but he wanted $35, and I said, no, I'll just pay retail, baby.
Even for you? Wow.
Well, I didn't ask, but
usually he plays favorites. He's a good guy.
Sam Gift still wants the Kevin sticker, by the way, Mr. Dean.
Oh, I know. I need to draw him.
Yeah. Anyways, I think that is it for tonight. I'm Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Marco.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Eddie.
Get your shawarmas and churros at Zach'sWonderland.com. Love you, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Bye.